We are live on Tuesday Night Trash Talk with our guest, my co-host, my Silver Gold Stack Attack is
What's
covering
up? What's
for
up?
Triple P today because Triple P's up in the air somewhere, and we might see the rocket launch tonight. So he's
So what do you
enjoying
think? Triple
himself up
P's got
there.
his head in the clouds?
He's got his heads in the clouds, yeah, and well, wait, which head?
I'm not even going there. Because with him, you just don't know.
No, you don't. He was talking about. I guess they're doing a launch today, out in Florida or something. He's saying he might see it from the sky.
They doing that tonight?
I guess so, but I guess they don't. He doesn't know with the bad weather if they might cancel it. Yeah, I know Spokane. What's up, man? I never start on time. What? It's 9:20. 5 minutes late. I think last week was like 20 minutes.
Hey, you did good this time.
This one wasn't bad. We could have started at 9:15, but me and Silver Gold Stack Attack were bullshitting for a little bit. Man, I was gonna say now I forgot what the hell. Fuck, damn it. Yeah, no. So show me that bulldog again there back there.
Let's see. So yeah, this is going to be the upcoming channel round for 2023.
I like the details on that, dude. That's gonna come out fucking beautiful.
It's going to be a chunky monkey, man. This thing's going to be a beast. I'm thinking at least 5.5 ounces.
Is that where you based your other sticker from too?
No, that's based on the Marine Corps bulldog, but this is a bulldog in general.
Oh, that's cool, dude. That's real nice. Yeah, that'll look nice, man, in copper. I think you should do some silver ones too, but you know damn well that's gonna be pricey.
Shit, 5.5 ounces of silver. Yep.
Oh yeah, oh easy. Well,
That's
I
100.
paid.
Take away the custom part. That's $160 easy.
Oh yeah. Well, look at those bars I just did.
Yep.
Matter of fact, Spokane got one off me. Those
What
patriotic
were those?
bars,
2.5.
3 ounces,
Oh,
and those
those are
suckers,
three. Okay.
yeah, those suckers cost me about like $170-$180 just for one. So, you know what I
I
mean? Because
wouldn't doubt it.
it's custom and that's what it usually goes for, about $50 to $60 an ounce. When you're making custom pieces, and it also depends on the artist. The more reputable, the more known you are. You can jack up those prices.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Some
probably
some
could have
people
got them
doing some
cheap.
damn good work out there though.
Oh, absolutely. That's like Gold Spartan. I seen his stuff, and I was like, and I was so happy I came across him because he makes some great stuff. And I had some estimates before the fact, before I went through Gold Spartan, on prices, and a lot of them were, they were. One guy wanted, at the time silver was at like $25 an ounce. This was like early 2022. He wanted 3 ounces per bar per 1 ounce. So do the math. I was like, that's
Ounces per bar.
three generic ounces per ounce. And this was $25 silver at the time.
Jeez.
That's what they, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And he didn't want it in cash. It had to be silver. I'm like, nah, I'd rather just pay the cash then.
Yeah, I'm not
So
giving up silver. You're gonna have to. It's fiat or nothing, baby.
exactly. So then I, went through a couple other people, and the prices were getting better. But a lot of people couldn't do the design that I wanted. It was because if you look at my logo, it's there's a lot of detail.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got a lot
Logo.
going on in that though.
Yeah, no, a lot. Especially with the coins and everything. And I had people like do me like prototypes, like making the mold. They didn't send me nothing, but like making what it would look like on the computer or on the screen. and no one could get it down. And I remember reaching out to Gold Spartan. Matter of fact, Trident Stacking turned me on to him. And dude, he came up with a design that first day. I gave him a payment. Within 2 weeks, I had my stuff.
Yeah, M2 just sent me one of his tridents. What a great looking piece.
Oh yeah, Trident had his done, I think, by MF Metals.
Yeah, that's right.
He's another great horror artist out there. Dude, there's so many good guys out there. You know, big guys, smaller guys. Spokane Silver just had his bars made by that John Hyatt that we were just talking about. He's like popping up around lately. I've seen him. He made those 1 ounce channel bars for Stormy's last auction. Empire Precious Metals. He made some these like Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees bars for his Halloween auction. And I guess it was John that made them. And then I guess John also made SC Stackers rounds. And he made Spokane Silver Stackers.
Nice.
So he's been like popping up, and I've noticed with his stuff is very nice. Yeah, no, Spokane just said that's right. He does amazing work. SC Stacker has some new now too. Yeah, no, I just I seen him on a comment on one of the videos. I told him to email me. You know, might as well, you know, if he's got some better prices and different designs he can do, why not try him out, give him some business.
There you go. Well, I'm going to stick with Will for 23 because he did such a great job on the Cobras.
Oh yeah, that's me with Gold Spartan. You know, I pay the money for with gold with Spartan. You know, it's expensive. I pay the money, but it's worth it because the stuff is just outstanding. He's quick. He's reliable. I never have to worry about anything. But I like to, you know, give some other poor artists some business. You know what I mean? So if I want to make like a special bar just for myself, not for like the public, reach out to them and say, hey, you know, because every poor artist has their own different style. You know what I mean? Like you can point out a Gold Spartan design over a Reckless Metals design or a Silver Dragon design. Everybody has their own little touch to their bars or their designs or whatever, you know, whatever they're pouring. You know, so you like to have there's this guy on Instagram, I think he's called Cowboy Coins.
I think I've heard one.
Yeah, he makes some beautiful Wild West type, you know, Midwest stuff, you know, with buffaloes on them and you know, revolvers and cowboys and Indians. Some cool stuff, man.
Question is, who's going to be the first channel to do a 10 ouncer? That's what I want to see.
Dude, I was going to do that. But if I'm paying 160 to 180 for a 3 ouncer, can you imagine what I'd be paying for a 10 ounce?
Yeah. It'd be off the chart.
I really want a 10 ounce poured bar with like my logo on it, or one custom made for me. But I'm trying
maybe you could just send one and sacrifice it and have them melt it down.
Yeah, maybe that would probably be a cheaper bet, maybe.
Although I like all mine. When I buy a 10 ounce, it's because I like it.
Well,
so
I don't
want to melt it.
I don't want to do that either. But if I can find, like, if I go to, you know, Henry's, my one of my coin shops. Remember that auction I did there? He had some beat up Royal Canadian Mint bars and stuff. I'll buy one of those, you know, because I like my stuff nice. I don't want to beat up, and I'll melt that. You know, if it can save me a little bit of money, why not?
Yeah, I'm pretty fussy about my 10 ounce bars. They've got to be pristine.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I just literally, it was just before we started the stream, I filmed a video, and that was one of my talking points about keeping your silver and your gold clean, keeping it in good condition. If you take care of your gold and silver, it'll take care of you. You know, and I noticed people. This was an argument in the community a lot of times. You know, you have the stackers that don't care as long as it's cheap. And then you have stackers that, obviously want cheap silver and gold, but they're willing to pay that extra just, for having nice stuff or maybe a little better premium stuff.
I think I definitely went against the grain recently. I got sucked into those damn Canadian commemoratives that started in 1971. And damn it if I don't have to get every freaking one of them.
Yeah.
So, and they're tough. I mean, it's tough to find them. And they're only 50% silver. So that's not even usually in my wheelhouse. But they're so, they come in these really nice presentation cases. And they're just great to collect. It's a lot of Canadian history there.
I got to talk to my LCS. He had, on that one auction I did with him, he pulled out these boxes. And he said, I was like, what is it? He said, it's all Canadian dollars or half dollars, commemoratives.
Yeah, the dollars. Yeah, commemorative dollars.
And I was like, there were so many, and we had so many other things to go through. I said, if I get time, I'll go through them. But now that I know that you're, looking for some, I'll give you his number, man.
I've got a bunch of them already. I've got, see what they did. They went from 71 to 91. They were 50% silver. And in 92, they started at sterling. They went to 92.5.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then they went eventually, I forget what year, somewhere in the early 2000s, they went to full 3 9s or 4 9s. So they're getting more expensive as we go.
And it's usually the opposite. Usually it gets cheaper as more as you go.
Nah, not when you're increasing the silver content.
Nope, not, yeah.
And they got rarer too. As they hit when they hit 999s, they got rare. They started minting less of them. So the price went up.
That's what we should be doing. We should be putting more silver in our coins, not taking away.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we went opposite. We went in the wrong direction.
I can't even. I just with the U.S. Mint, I can't. I just can't. I see all this great stuff coming out of Perth and the RCM, and it makes us look just really bad.
Yeah, no, exactly. There are so many things. I say this time and time and time all over again. Hundreds of times. Why the hell are Eagles more expensive than Britannias and Maples? Maples and Britannias have more security features. They are 4.9s fine silver. The Maples from 2018 and on have that, what's it called? Mint shield, non-melting.
Mint shield.
Yeah, there's so many, the security features. I don't know if I just said that. There's so many pros with the Maples and Britannias and versus the Eagles. But yet the Maples and Brits are a lot cheaper than the Eagles.
Well, you know which one my favorite is.
Britannias.
Oh, of course. It's my favorite. I love it.
Britannia, dude, I've really started when they first started getting popular within the last 2 years. I've had like fractional Brits because I never really cared for them, I guess. But then I started they started growing onto me. I was like, those are just beautiful, stunning coins. They're literally high premium coins at a low premium cost. They're just outstanding.
Well, here's the thing. They didn't have all those features. Now, bear in mind, remember, the Britannias didn't have all these great features until 2021. That was the first year.
Yeah. So that's
up until that point. Yeah, up until that point, they were pretty. Britannias were pretty bland, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. They could be pretty bland, but they would come out.
That's like the old school Maples.
Yeah, the old school Maples were pretty bland. Yeah, they didn't have the radial lines, and they just looked boring.
Yeah. So now
with the Britannias, what they were doing, they'd issue the regular bullion one, and then they'd issue the proofs. The proofs are where it's at with the Britannias. My God, they're beautiful.
Oh yeah. Well, dude, I've been on a Britannia and Maple kick. Well, I should say Royal Mint and Royal Canadian Mint kick. Like I just told you, I bought. Well, I guess I can say it in this chat, because there's not too many people. But I filmed a video before the stream. That's probably why I was late. And I added some more silver to the stack and some gold. I bought a 2023 Britannia for myself, a fractional for the November's gold, 1/10 gold. I bought 4 more 2023 Tudor Beast, the Yale.
Oh yeah, love it.
They're awesome, but when they released the 2023s like last month, we were talking in the group chat, and Pirate's like, "Oh yeah, you gotta buy those. You gotta buy those. If I had the money, I'd be buying them right now." And he pretty much talked me into it. So I was like, "Screw it. I missed out on the Queen's Beast. Let me not miss out on the Tudor." So I bought a tube of the 22s and a tube of the 23s because they're tubes of 10, so that's 20 ounces. I'm like, all right, didn't think nothing of it. I got the tubes; they were like half empty, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, they're not a full tube. No more than that happened. Silverstruck puts out a video. Yeah, I had to buy 4 extra for the tubes so that it can fill the tubes because it fits 14. And I was like, damn, I wish I would have known that. So I recently just ordered 4 of the 2023 Tudors. I still need to get 4 of the 2022 Tudors, but they're like out of stock everywhere. But yeah, no. So I finished that tube pretty much. Even though it was considered a full tube, it really isn't because it's not filled. It's not full to the top.
So how many dealers still have the Tudors left?
Dude, they're selling out everywhere. I noticed that.
You can find plenty of money. You can find plenty of them on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to pay stupid prices.
Yeah. Well, 2 months ago, I paid 52 or 51 per coin. So, there's a premium there, obviously, but not as bad. Now I'm seeing
that's actually not bad. I think I paid 50 for mine, but I bought mine from the LCS.
Yeah, no, I bought them from JM Bullion because that's where they had them at the time.
Right.
And then I just bought the 4 to finish the 2023 tube. I don't know why I'm saying finished because they're literally tubes of 10, but they weren't, you know what I'm saying. They weren't finished to me. So I bought 4 more of those and I paid 57. But then again, the spot's gone up. Premiums have gone up since, October. So I can understand that. But yeah, they're climbing up there.
Well, what are we at? 21 and change on spot right now? 21.50?
Last I checked, it was 21.32 or 21.31.
Yeah, we're holding.
Yeah, we're holding, And
a lot of channels were predicting $30 by the end of the year. I don't see it.
No, that's not going to happen. No way.
It's not going to happen. Not this year.
No. I can maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe by Q3.
Yeah.
Unless something really, really happens that forces it out of bounds. I just don't see it till Q3, if at all.
Yeah. No, I don't. This year was good for younger stackers. People that are in their 20s to 50s. You know what I mean? Because we had a lot of dips, we could add more to the stack. But for anyone trying to, at that retirement age where they weren't about to offload all that, wasn't such a good year.
No, this wasn't the year to sell unless you picked it up in March?
Yeah, unless you picked it up.
We peaked at March. We peaked at 26.
Yeah. No, because just when the year started, remember when we had that record-breaking high with gold?
26 and change, and gold was 2,073.
Yeah, and this was like before. This was winter, early spring.
Yep.
And I thought from there on out we were never going to see $1,800 gold again.
God,
we were done with
silver. After that, I think silver dropped down to the 16s.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then once we seen those dips, because it teased us for a little bit, it went down, and then it shot up, and then it went down, and then it went down and down and down, and then it was like a short period in July where it went up just for like a week, and then it went back down. So we had literally like 5 months of straight dips, which was awesome. But I think now
I definitely. Here's the problem though: the spot price went down, premiums didn't. Like the online guys were able, they adjusted because they have. I mean, let's face it, they have it all. They can afford to. But local LCSs, they didn't buy that stuff at $16 an ounce.
Oh no,
they're certainly not going to sell it to you for that.
Well, that's what I said. It's kind of like the whole thing with COVID when COVID started. and everyone was getting all this unemployment and stimulus checks. You know, everyone was like, yeah, I'm going to take advantage of the system. Screw that, free money. I can just sit home. I said, you know, you guys are going to end up paying that back some way, somehow. Oh, no way.
Yeah,
No
sure.
way. It's free. It's free. Well, now we have hyperinflation. Now prices are crazy. Taxes are going up. So we are all paying that back. That's obvious. It's the same thing with the gold and silver. There's only so long it can be a dip like that where the people that are mining this stuff aren't making any money. So
and that means they're not going to release it to the minters.
Yeah, and they're going to slow down production.
Yep.
Or if
that was a combination of why everything was so scarce. I mean,
yeah.
you had COVID shutdowns. They just weren't putting stuff out. People weren't there. And two, they're not going to sell that stuff at that low. I mean, they're just not.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So they're going to hold on to what they got. They're going to wait for spot to go back up. Then they'll start selling again.
Yeah, I think it was Silver Heist that did an interview with the owner, the CEO and founder of First Majestics. He was just talking about that, where they weren't making any money if silver drops to $10, they're not going to mine nothing.
No.
You know, it doesn't make sense to them.
No,
you know what I mean.
And of course, what did that do? That started the whole. Let's bust it out. Let's have a. Let's buy all the silver, and the COMEX is running out. Everybody's silver's running scarce. That really just kicked off the whole routine there.
Yeah, and that's like the whole silver shortage thing.
Yeah, well,
I don't believe there's a silver shortage. I just think that there's a
supply shortage.
There's a supply shortage, and it's about how much they can get out and the time, and it's all about time and place and what the market is. It's if we had a silver shortage, they wouldn't be pumping out billions of silver coins each year between across the world. You know what I mean? With Mexico and America and United Kingdom, and every freaking country pretty much has their own silver bullion coin or gold coins. If there was a shortage, plus everyone's converting to electric cars and solar panels. All that stuff is silver. Cell phones, computers.
Yeah, did you hear that Dodge is going? Their muscle cars are going electric. I'm so disappointed.
All of them?
Just they're. I think they're going to delete the Charger. Well, the Charger is going to be reimagined as a EV, and the Challenger is going to be. That's it. See you later. One more nice little run, like a special edition next year, and that's it for the Challenger. So I'm hanging on to my Challenger. I'm not selling it.
Dude, they're making such a huge mistake. America was built on oils and steel, man. Steel and oils is what made this country. And, why get rid of something that works?
Well, and here's the inherent problem. The infrastructure in this country, never mind California, let's look at the infrastructure in the entire country. It's not ready for an EV world. It's not. It's just not.
No, we're not at that. We're not at that, time yet. We're not at that. Yeah, we're not ready for that. There's no way. Especially
the new Chargers. The new Charger is kind of embarrassing. I looked at it and I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then they put a fake rumble in it, like an electronic rumble. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's like a damn RC car, man.
It's stupid. It's got it's boxy, square looking. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it's fast because those EVs off the line will put your head in the damn seat.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's no doubt about them being fast. That Tesla Roadster was like the fastest production car.
Oh yeah, it'll pin you back to the seat if you punch it. Problem is, when those batteries go bad, I mean, they cost almost as much as the car, if not more.
Yeah,
and in some cases, depending on the car.
What are people really saving? I asked one of my aunt's friend or something. Her brother, he has a Tesla. This is my aunt by marriage. He has a Tesla. He lives out in Florida, and he drove it all the way up to New York to come visit the family. I said, "How do you like your Tesla and stuff?" I said, they're pricey and stuff. And I said, "How's it work with do you have to pay for the electricity? When you at the gas pumps or whatever, and what's it cost?" And I think he said it was like anywhere from $20 to $30. And yeah, it's a little cheaper than gas, but you're still paying, you're still the cars themselves are freaking $100,000. It's
they're not cheap.
No, what do they expect? Everyone to go buy an electric car? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what they're thinking.
Give me my gas. Look, I paid a gas guzzler tax when I bought mine. Let me keep my gas guzzler.
Yeah. And gasoline and oil is destroying the environment. Blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah, well, digging up that friggin' lithium.
Yeah, where do you think gasoline and oil, is from? You know what I mean? It's in the earth. It's part of the earth. When you're messing with lithium batteries and all the toxics that go into electric vehicles and stuff. I remember having some loose batteries around the house. There was a certain day you could go dump them, and you had to put them in like this container, to dump them out. If you usually have to scrap them, but if you go to throw them out, you have to put them in like this. There's a certain day of the week or the month or something you have to bring. You can bring your electric, your batteries or your stains or any type of hazmat stuff. It ain't no better than the environment. It doesn't work as good as oil or gas or propane or kerosene. And they're just going to really put a hurting on our country.
Well, Scorpion just said the batteries are worse than the fuels. These people, and then he's also saying some places charge you more for your tags because the vehicle is fuel. I wouldn't even be surprised because they're losing money on the gas tax, so they gotta make it up somewhere.
Oh yeah, and they're doing other things to try to get rid of gasoline cars. They're upping the Easy Pass. And the what do you call them? In New York, they have if you go over bridges, you got to pay. If you go under tunnels, you got to.
Yeah.
If you go on the freeway, pay.
Yeah. They used to have human beings in those things. Now I think they're all electronic now.
Oh yeah. Now it used to be you give them $1.25 or $10 wherever you're going, and they'd give you a ticket. Now it's all if you haven't, you'll get something in the mail if you don't have an Easy Pass, and they'll hammer you if you don't pay it within a week, and before you know it, that $3 turns into $50.
Mm-hmm.
But they're doing all these things to try to get rid of gasoline cars. In New York, they're trying to do this no gasoline vehicles by 2035. So I'm thinking, are you going to give the working poor and the lower middle class a check to go buy an electric car?
Yeah, not going to happen. Spokane just mentioned the rolling blackouts in California, but they want all electric cars. Yeah, that was kind of, talk about ironic. They want to go all electric by what, 2030 or 35, something like that. They don't want any gas guzzlers in the state of California, but yet they're begging people to cut back in their electric usage. I mean, that just defines stupidity.
Yeah. And how about before you start working on electric cars and electric windmills and all that stupid shit, how about you upgrade the infrastructure, the electric power lines? The power, when electric was first introduced in the United States and started getting very commercialized and into people's homes, in the early 1900s, they had these, power lines on your roads. 140 years later, we still have those same damn power lines. Nothing's really changed. So when you get a little bit of snow,
we have the power lines on our main streets, but it's weird. The neighborhood, they're actually buried. So you don't see any poles. You don't see any
when
lines.
They come off into people's property, they're buried.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of neighborhoods with lines running through them. There's plenty of those left.
Yeah, that's in here. On the roads, they're all power lines until you get into the city or into like your neighborhood or where you live. Then it goes underground from the road. But on the roads, they're still running power lines. Why don't you put them suckers underground? All the rain. Look, if you get a lot of rain, it snows, an ice storm, a hail. If it's windy, knocks your power out. Power's out, and then you got to wait until they come and fix it. How about you work on the electric we have before you start doing other stuff that you can't, that they can't handle? Look at what happened with Texas and the big freeze there last year.
Yeah.
2 years ago. They were taking gasoline helicopters or jet fuel helicopters up in the air and spraying oil to unfreeze the ice on the windmills. You know what I mean? They're just, and this is what really gets me, right? So shut down the power, the gas lines and the pipes in our country, but still order the same amount of oils from other countries. They're so against oil and gasoline, but yet they're buying it by the tons from other countries. I thought you wanted to stop pollution. Yeah. Wouldn't it at least be better to say that we're doing it? We're at least supplying our own oils? No, now they're using more oils to get the same amount of oils from other countries like Saudi Arabia and the Middle East and Russia and Germany. Give me a freaking break. Now you're costing more money because you're shipping freaking oil that we already have plenty of from thousands of miles away to us.
Yeah, HD just said if cars are electric, they'll have total control and can shut you off anytime. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Even the newer gasoline cars, they can do that.
Yep. All it takes is a little chip.
Yeah, they can shut your shit down enough and there's already GPS tracker in there, and they can come and grab your sucker, impound it, and take it away. Yeah, they've had that for a while now.
Yeah, I know exactly where my car is, which means somebody else knows where it is.
Oh yeah.
All I have to do is pull it up on my phone, and I know where my car is. I mean, it pinpoints it down to the friggin' foot.
Absolutely.
So it's got an anti-theft system in it, but if I can pick it up, who else is picking it up?
Oh yeah. No, it's crazy, dude. And another thing, which I find funny. So New York, we have a lot of apples in our country, in this state. We grow a lot of apples. We're like the second state with the most apple trees and stuff. I go into the local food mart, right? Or, local, store to get some food. You look at the apples and the fruits or whatever, and the apples say California. Why would the Californians get New York apples and New Yorkers get California apples? You're wasting so much oils and gas and resources and paying out the ass for these truck drivers driving tons of apples to the Northeast when we have apples here, for our area. They do things backwards. If anyone's been tracking a package and say you live in Virginia, you'll see that package, say it leaves Jersey to go to Virginia. So right down, into Jersey. No, that package will go from Jersey to Florida, back up to Jersey to Virginia.
Don't even get me started. I've literally watched eBay packages that I've been waiting on go to like the center of my state, and then go back out of state, and then come back in, then go to my local post office, then finally get to me. It's insane.
Yeah, and then they wonder about pollution and keeping everything green friendly and bettering the earth. So what the hell is the excuse with that?
Yeah, you could debate all day on that.
Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. But listen, it's the Green New Deal. Everything's gonna work out perfectly.
It just means they're gonna use more silver, and we're all gonna benefit. We're all gonna be millionaires.
Yeah, that's just asinine, man. Asinine. Let me shout out a couple people in the chat. I don't think I've read the chat yet. What's up, Doug Harden? Silver Scorpion, HD Dino Lowrider, Silver Struck, Spokane Silver Stacker. What's up, guys? B2, Common Sense. A lot of great people in the chat today.
Doug Harding's in there.
Doug Harden's good dude. Good dude. He loves his Libertads.
Don't we all?
Mm-hmm. Shit. It's kind of sad. An Eagle's about the same price as a Libertad now.
Yeah, it's like within $5. I think it's within $5 of it, something like that.
Did you see the what the 2023 Silver Eagles are going for now?
No, because you know what? Honestly, I haven't been paying attention to them.
$750 a tube.
Jeez.
They were literally last week $650. for like 2022, and that's crazy. That's expensive, right? You're paying what, $150 premium on that?
Yeah, that's insane.
But $750?
Well, you could always buy at HSN. Come on, Home Shopping Network.
Oh yeah, or QVC.
That guy, when I was making that video for the last, I don't know, the last two, I think 2 videos ago, I watched that infomercial, and that guy was just, holy shit. He was lying out of his tail so bad that he was just coughing the whole time because he couldn't even get it out.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just lie after lie after lie. Hey, these were only minted for a week. These Britannias were only minted for a week. You're so full of it. They're still minting them. They're going to mint them through the end of 22.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And then they're going to switch them over. But you listen to this guy on HSN. I mean, you swear you better jump on them. You better get them for $60 a piece.
Oh yeah,
before you miss out.
I'm sure you've got those catalogs in the mail.
I get them all.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Make great toilet paper.
Oh yeah, and it ends up in your mailbox. It's like, they know you like gold and silver. And there was this one article. I should have filmed a video about it. They had these Walking Liberties, $50. Oh, get yourself a 1944 Walking Liberty $50. Very rare. There's only so many out there. Blah 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 blah. And they were charging $29.99. And it was a Littleton Coin Company.
You know what I want to know? I want to know when, let's see, Philharmonics and what's the other one that jumped over the maple? There's 2. They used to be lower end. Now the Philharmonics are over maples, and Krugerrands are actually over maples now as far as cost. I never thought I'd see that.
Yeah, believe it or not, the Krugerrand gold coins always were a higher premium gold coin. Like I remember last year, I was going to get myself a gold Krugerrand, and I'm not a big fan of gold Krugerrands. There's really nothing to them, But it's a classic gold coin, and I think everyone should at least have one. It's just one of those, gold coins. And I was pricing them around, and they weren't far off from Eagles. They were pretty much neck and neck, and the Britannias and Maples were a lot cheaper, about $70 to $80 cheaper. It was insane. But the silver Krugerrands were always cheap. Always cheap. And I notice now with those, they're right up there with the rest of them. And Britannias, they're creeping up. Maples, they're creeping up. I was happy with this dip. I was able to snag a couple tubes of Maples and Brits. They were having a sale. I think I paid like $4 over. And for government minted coins, that's a great price. Being that, local coin shops are selling generics for $5 over. I don't know if you follow T the Silver Stacker, but he always walks in and he says, "Hey, what's your going price for your rounds or coins today?" $5 over, $5 over, $5 over. Everything's $5 over. So I was able to
for generics and coins.
Yeah, it was $5. Well, I think he asked generic rounds or bars, and they said $5 over. Everywhere he goes.
That's about right. Yep, that's about right. Mm-hmm.
So I was able to snag Brits and Maples for $4 over. So
you did great then if you got that.
Yeah.
I can't find that here.
Oh no, yeah, no. This was on Monument Metals did a sale with the Maples earlier. During the dip this summer. There was a couple other companies.
A lot of Black Friday sales that went on this week.
Yeah, speaking of black, we got some girl 18 like in the chat. Where's my moderators at? What the hell?
I just deleted them.
Yeah, I just blocked them out. Error.
I think Scorpion timed them out for a couple minutes. Girls 18, huh?
Oh, what I'd do for an 18-year-old girl.
That's out of my league. That's out of my league, son. That's out of my league.
Mm-hmm. Ain't got no gas in it. Mm-hmm. Speaking of great movies, that's a great movie right there. Sling Blade, you ever watch that? Billy Bob Thornton?
Mm-hmm.
French fried potato. You know who does a good impersonation of him? Bullion Baby, man. That dude can freaking. Oh, he's good at that, man. He's real good. He's a funny dude, man. Yeah, I'm blocking them, but they're still in the chat. What the hell? Whatever. Guys, just don't click on it.
Yeah, there's no telling where that'll go. What rabbit hole that falls down. Deep dark web.
It's a link to the black web.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of scams out there with those coins. I've noticed that. And yeah, you'll get watching late at night, and the QVC network or whatever, they'll just pop up and they're selling. I've seen that one about the Britannias. And yeah, we all know that the Type 1s this year are going to have a lower mintage than usual because they've started making them end of this year. They always release the Brits and Maples usually about 2 months before the new year. So, they figured, like, I was talking to Triple P on one of our shows, and I said, we didn't know what was going to happen. This was in September when the Queen died. I said, well, I guarantee you they already made 2023 Brits and Maples. I guarantee you. They're going to end up releasing them.
Yeah, they were never going to melt those. That may have been talked about for 30 seconds, and they said, hell no.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's what I said. I said, they're not going to melt them because it's going to cost them so much money. They're going to probably run into problems. They're going to release them as a Type 1, and then midway through the year, they're going to release the Type 2s. I said that, and that's what's happening. So
think about it. What's there's no skin in the game for the mint because one way or the other, they're getting paid for bullion. They're getting paid for coins. So what happens after that, whether they become collectible or whatnot, they don't care. Yeah, they've already made their money with the initial sale. Whatever happens after that happens. They don't care.
No, exactly. But a lot of people. I see a lot of videos about the Britannias this year. The Royal. There's big things going on with the Royal Mint this year. It's the first time in 70 years that they're changing their currency and their bullion and all that. But the Britannias, the Type 1s, they're not going to be rare. People are not going to, they're not going to run out, or it's nothing to go crazy over. Granted,
there's going to be plenty of them. Like I said, I'm convinced they're still minting them through the end of the year.
Yeah, no, they might be. I think that there's probably going to be a lower mintage on them versus the other ones.
Oh, for sure.
Nothing like nothing drastic. You know what I mean? They'll probably be. There's definitely going to be a lower mintage, but it's not going to make it like, oh wow, there's only 15,000 or there's only 30,000. They're probably making hundreds of thousands of them. But I do believe that the Type 2s, being the first year that the Kings on their bullion.
Oh, that's going to be the moneymaker right there.
I think that's going to be maybe not in the beginning. They're probably going to be cheap once they release them. But I think in the next release, they're gonna be that 1 ounce coin will probably be a $40 to $50 coin. Obviously, depending where spot is, it's probably gonna be you're probably gonna be paying I would say a 25-50% premium on those. They're gonna be a little more expensive.
Well, for sure, Charles is gonna be in demand when he first comes out. No, there's no question. Yeah. That Britannia is gonna be in demand. Because it's something different. It's a first-time run. It's a new king. I mean, it's just going to be in demand.
Yeah, it's awesome, and I'm not only worried about the Royal Mint. I want to see what goes on with the rest of the Commonwealths because I heard a lot of these countries wanted to break off and not be part of the Commonwealths, like Cook's Island and a lot of these other places. If there was videos on YouTube talking, because. The talk of the Queen and the Commonwealth, was for months after she died. People posting videos of what's going to happen now, or what's going to happen with the royal family. Is there tension with the royal family? What's going on with the currency? Everything. And there was a video that came across about the England and the Commonwealth, the rest of the countries that's part of the monarch. And there was a couple island countries that did not want to be part of the Commonwealth anymore, and they wanted to change their, designs on their coins and stuff. I have to look it up.
Well, that was one of the big stinks with, but the 70 years that Elizabeth was in rule. I mean, one of the big stinks was the Commonwealths. They didn't want to be a part. They wanted out.
Yeah, exactly.
And she would ignore the hell out of it. Just, hey, well, I hear you, but I'm not listening.
Exactly, and that's what I think. I think some of these might have a different phase on them. It probably won't. They'll probably break off. So I'm curious about that. And not only that, I want to. There's like certain series out there that I want to, like the Black Flag series by the Perth Mint. I'm wondering if they're gonna do another Black Flag, but this time it's gonna have the king on it, or if they're just gonna end it with the queen this year with the rising sun. There's so many things. I'm wondering what's gonna happen.
It's the royal family, so there's gonna be drama. That much we do know.
Oh, absolutely. And
here's the thing: did you hear the thing about? I don't know. It might strictly be rumors. Somebody might have just started it. I've only heard it, so maybe it's true, maybe it isn't. But I heard that William actually went to Charles and said, "Hey, oh man, do you really want this? Why don't you let a young guy do it? You're too old. Let me step in and do it." He actually asked to do it, from what I heard. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard.
And I honestly, dude, I thought, I don't care for the royal family. At the end of the day,
I couldn't care less.
I don't care for them. At the end of the day, you might have a little respect for the queen because that's all we know. That's all the world knows. Since our grandparents were born, the queen was in. Some of our grandparents. My grandmother's, 77 years old. So she was a little girl when the queen came in. So a lot of people just known her as a public figure, that, wow, this lady's never going to die. She's going to be queen forever. So it came as a shock. And a lot of people, had shown respect for, her being, the queen for so many years. And
even I did. I mean, when I did my first video when she passed, I gave her, I gave her respect.
Yeah, absolutely. And do I agree with their, politics and the things they do? No. But, you got to, at the end of the day, you give a little respect because of what she's done for, those people over there or whatever. But, I'm still curious of what goes on, because the queen was a big part of this community. All the damn coins we stacked, pretty much, besides the Eagles and Libertads and Krugerrands, everything had the queen on it.
Well, that's pretty good. It's a good thing, though, because I only have to show one side.
Yeah. But I'm surprised that the Maples haven't released yet. Usually, last year they were released already. They were out on pre-sale or already, like the Brits. You can get them already. The year before that, they've always released about a month before Christmas, around November, December time. And nothing on those yet, not even on pre-sale. So I'm wondering if, they'll be around like the Eagles. They're coming out in January, February, but they're already on pre-sale. So I'm wondering about the Maples there. I'm very curious about those.
I haven't seen them.
I'm wondering if they're going to do the same thing. Like, I'm pretty sure they already made the coins with the queen on it. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they maybe threw them back in and melted it. Who knows? Because
I doubt it.
I doubt it. I doubt it too. But why aren't they? There's no news on them yet. Nothing. So I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're just not releasing them, and they're only doing the ones with the king on it, or maybe who knows? That's what So I'm keeping an eye on the Royal Mint, the Royal Canadian Mint, because I'm curious
RCM.
about that.
I mean, I've got a couple of questions. I've actually posted some questions on their YouTube and their Facebook, and I haven't got an answer. I mean, there's some series that are just missing that they just stopped. For example, the Creatures of the North. I mean, did you make it a biannual series, or because they came one after the other, Kraken and then the Werewolf for consecutive years? So if maybe it's become a biannual series, I don't know.
I don't know. Those are beautiful coins, though. But
absolutely, those were awesome.
I'm addicted to RCM stuff. I love their coins. I love their 1 ounce coins, their 1.5 ounce coins. They're gold coin. I love it. I just in the video today, I got that tube of the White Falcons, and all those, like the wilderness, the creatures of the Wilderness, the Predators of Predators or something, and then there was the Bird series. They make so many details and so many different designs on their coins that it's awesome. I love the fact that they do that, and not to mention too, with even the simple thing with the tubes, they're all different colors, for those coins. So they just put a lot of work into their stuff and the quality into their stuff, and then the whole thing with the non-milk spot and the mint shield that they started doing in 2018. They're just a great mint. They have everything, good for it. Especially the fact, that they may also make bars and different designs on gold coins. I didn't really notice that there was that many different Canadian gold coins out there.
Oh yeah, there's tons. There's so. Yeah, I've got a book on Canadian coins, and this thing is a monster. It's a brick of paper. There's so much in it.
Oh yeah.
But I was telling you earlier about those the commemoratives. So the ones I told you that went up to 925, they went up to sterling silver. This is an example of one of them. You can see the work that they put into these. These are absolutely beautiful.
Oh wow, that is a stunning coin.
This is top-notch stuff. But that's how I got sucked into them, though, because I'm a sucker for the tall ships.
Yeah, I don't really understand why they the U.S. Mint doesn't take any of this. These other countries' mints are doing such a great job on things and coming up with all these cool ideas. And the U.S. Mint, they don't. There's no bars. They can make a killing if they release 10-ounce, 1-ounce, 5-ounce bars, or kilo bars, 100-ounce bars. If they did more cool gold designs, they'll do designs, but they're all like the Liberty and the Mustang horse there. What did they call that? The one they released this year or last year. They'll do stuff like that, but I'm talking bullion. Canadian and Royal Mint, they have so many different gold bullion coins you can buy. Like, when they came out with the Tudor Beast, they have Tudor Beast, 1-ounce gold coins, the Lion, the Yale, all that stuff, and the Mint, just U.S. Mint, they're terrible.
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
The only thing I buy from the U.S. Mint now are Eagles and Buffaloes, and yeah, I'm gonna buy myself a 2023 Buffalo, a 2022 Eagle, a 2023 Eagle. But even with the gold, even though that's my main gold that I stack, I love my Buffaloes and Eagles. I just, I don't really want to spend the money on those either now because the premiums on their stuff too. They're charging more for less quality.
Yeah. Well, that had to happen at some point.
Yeah,
that had to happen at some point. Silverstruck said, "No news on the Creatures of the North series. Too bad." Silverstruck, I really think they went to biannual, so we'll see next year. Hopefully, they pick it up again.
So, what year? The Kraken was the first one.
Kraken was what 20? What was it? 2020.
And then the Wolf.
The Werewolf was last year, 2021. They released it just short of Halloween, and we have nothing for 2022.
So you think they're going to do a 23 and then the 24?
It would make sense if it was going to biannual. Yeah, we should see something in 23, hopefully.
They do that a lot? Is there coins out there that...
I haven't heard of too many that went biannual, but I did hear that might be the case with them.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I like at least give me a couple a year.
Yeah. No, I wish I got into those. I maybe I'll get lucky and come across the tube. That's like those White Falcons. I seen those on Bullion Exchange. And by the way, if anyone wants some beautiful 1.5 ounce Canadian silver, Bullion Exchange's got tubes of 2016 White Falcons. Beautiful coins. At a decent price. You're going to pay a little premium, but they're hard to get. So if anyone wants those, check out Bullion Exchange. But yeah, I missed the boat on those, and I'm hoping I can come across the tube. I like those wolves, man. Those are beautiful.
You can still find plenty of them individually at a reasonable price. The Kraken is getting harder to find. The Werewolf, I've seen plenty of them out there.
See, the problem is with me though. If I just like if I go into my LCS, I'm sure he'll have one or two of them, or 3 or 4 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go nuts. You know what I mean? Trying to find them, and you'll see them a lot individually, and people are selling them for $50, $45, and $60. Because they're a popular coin, and a lot of people, if they're on auctions, people are bidding them up, and it gets pricey. So I like to just find a full tube of them, buy the tube, then I'll have all of them, and I don't have, it's one set price instead of 60 there, 40 there, 50 there. You know what I mean? And they're considered, I would say semi-numismatic.
Yeah. Hey, let's do something fun with that. Just in case they do come out with another one, what do you think the next creature is going to be? I vote for Bigfoot. What does everybody think out there?
The abominable snowman.
Yeah, good.
Because Canada, snow.
Yeah.
Same thing though. Bigfoot.
So we got Bigfoot, the abominable. I mean, isn't that the same thing, but the Yankee version of it?
The abominable snowman is white. That's the only difference.
Yeah, that's the same thing. He's got big feet.
Same damn thing. They're both gorillas.
He just has a Canadian accent,
Yeah. Silver Scorpion said vampire. Sasquatch, same thing. It's Bigfoot. Yeah. Moose.
That's not. I mean, it's a creature, but it's not. I don't think that falls.
Not a Moby Dick.
Moby Dick.
That kind of goes with the Kraken. Moby Dick. That's a legendary. Sperm whale out in the ocean somewhere.
Why has it got to be a sperm whale?
Beaver whale.
So we got bear, mouse, we got vampire, Sasquatch,
Loch Ness monster,
Bigfoot, Loch Ness.
That's Loch Ness monster.
I don't know. I don't think Loch Ness was real big over there.
No,
Ben says Mothman.
Mothman, there you go. That's Virginia, right? Mothman, wasn't that like big in Virginia?
Yeah, I think the X-Files did an episode on that.
Yeah, like the bridge collapsed or something back in like late 60s, and people said it was this creature or something that caused it to collapse. Yeah, I like watching videos about that stuff, man. Like the Jersey Devil and Mothman and Bigfoot sightings, stuff like that. A lot of it's probably bullshit, but you honestly don't know.
Stacking Perpetrator's got to go. We'll see you, bud. Thanks for checking in.
Thanks for coming on, man. By the way, guys, if anyone's looking for $50, Stacking Perpetrator selling them. So go and hit him up. He's got some beautiful $50 for sale. What's up, Polly Buck? Ben Stacking 80, HD Dino Lowrider. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat here. Hey, how about King Kong?
I don't think he made his way up to Canada. He couldn't get over the border.
He was close enough. He was in New York. From the Empire State Building, he probably could see over to Canada there.
Yeah, he took one look at the U.S. and he's like, "Yeah, I need to get my ass to Canada."
What's an animal, a creature out in Canadian folklore? That's Moose Man.
No.
Moose Man.
Silverstruck said Wendigo. Yep, that's true.
What is it?
Wendigo.
What the hell I've heard that before. What is it?
I believe the Indians, American Indians, or was it American Indians or?
Oh, like a skinwalker?
Yeah, it was something weird like that. I've heard stories about it.
Yeah, skinwalker type. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Best Pigeons?
Jersey Devil. We can do a Jersey Devil. We can do a lot of things, but I think it's going to be specific to Canada.
Yeah. Hey, guys, go check out Best Pigeons. Subscribe to his channel. Show him some support. Great dude. Wild West Stacker, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Trying to think what else Canada can do. I think Bigfoot would probably be the best bet, man.
What were their natives up in Canada? Were they called the was it the Inuits?
I know the Iroquois were a big one up north in Northeast
Iroquois were
America.
upstate They were upstate New York, up in the Adirondacks or something.
Yep, but right on the border of Canada too, because up where they, Lake George area, they also went up to Canada because a lot of them allied with the French, and the French were in Canada.
Yeah.
And they, the French promised them freedom and this and that, and land. You can keep this and keep that if you help us beat their English. If you go upstate New York, it's a lot of history in that. But yeah, Iroquois, it could be. That was Indians there, but there's so many different tribes, man. So many. Canadian Indians. Attack a Beaver is next in the Creatures of the North series.
Attack Beaver.
Attack.
Is that an angry New York woman?
I want more beaver to hit it with my meat cleaver.
Beaver. Leave it to Beaver.
Welcho Services. What's services? I can't even talk. What's up, man? What else does the Canadians have? Oh, Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, he's a creature of the North.
There you go. There's the next one on the coin right there.
Yeah, he could be the werewolf of Canada because his hair was perfect.
Yeah. Monster of Canada. The anti-trucker.
What a tool! That guy's such a freaking tool.
He's a damn Barbie doll. With that, he's a Barbie doll in the public eye, but behind the scenes, he's a freaking monster. He's a devil. He sucks people's soul, and eats fetuses and shit.
Hey, as long as he keeps his mitts up and running, I'm happy. I'm happy. Keep giving me that RCM stuff because I love it.
Yeah, no, RCM, dude, is great. Such a great mint, and that's another thing with the Royal Mint. That would be my second choice. And the only reason I say second choice is because the milk spotting. They do have a bad milk spotting issue.
Yeah, I look, dude. I love my Britannias and I love the Royal Mint, but I would not put them second. I would actually put Perth.
Oh yeah, if we're talking Perth, Perth.
Talk about just quality issues. They knock it out of the park just about every time.
Yeah. Perth is great. All this talking about the Royal Mint and RCM, I forget about the Perth, but I'd have to say that my favorite gold are gold from the Perth Mint. The reverse proofs on their coin. It's every bullion coin looks like an average Perth bullion coin looks like it's a $4,000 or $5,000 coin.
I know. It's the even the kangaroos that they do, they're just awesome.
Oh, the
gold kangaroos are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they're beautiful. And talking about mints, the Spanish Royal Mint, they haven't really caught on yet. They're starting to, but not really. They're recently released their first gold bullion coin, and that was the 2021 1-ounce gold Lynx doubloon. Beautiful yellow gold with a nice reverse proof finish. It looks like a Perth Mint coin. You know what I mean? Beautiful, beautiful gold with a nice design. And then in 2022, this year, they released the Lynx in a 1/10 because I think, a lot of people, probably couldn't afford the 1 ounce and they wanted that coin. But, you got to have some fractional. Can't be.
Hey, good night, Silverstruck. Thanks for checking in, buddy.
Good night, Silverstruck. Thanks again, man. And then they released the Bull this year, and they have security measures on that. Beautiful reverse proof finish. Just beautiful gold coins at a decent price, and not to mention they're a limited mintage. I'm really keeping an eye on the Spanish Mint lately, and I'm hoping that they release silver bullion coins.
Well, if you're talking about limited and artistic, and this is one a lot of people aren't even aware of, that there's East India Company. It's still in existence, but they're not traders anymore.
Beautiful silver.
But fantastic. Some of their stuff is so detailed, it's unbelievable.
Beautiful, beautiful
But
silver.
that's more of the they've got a pretty good premium on them.
Oh yeah, they anytime I come across them at a decent price, I snag them.
Oh yeah, they're
I
beautiful.
just
Their
can't
stuff
walk
is
away.
incredible.
Beautiful, beautiful silver bars for
And
sure.
think about how long that whole company has been in business. I mean, we're talking back to the what, 1600s?
Oh yeah. Well, that's like the Mexican Mint. The Mexican Mint's been around, since the 1600s. I think it's like the oldest mint in Americas. Well, it is the oldest mint in Americas, but I think it's one of the oldest mints in the world.
Do you have any of their? Do you have any reals? Do you collect any of the reals?
No,
I do. The only reals I have are shipwreck. They're shipwreck reals.
I know a lot of people are into them. I'm not really big into the numismatic stuff. Well, I'm a stacker, but I do like my Morgans. I love especially the toners. I love me some nice toners. I like me old commemorative half dollars. Old school United States commemorative half dollars. There's a lot of great numismatic stuff I'll buy and collect and stuff, but I'm mostly bullion man, and I like my vintage silver. I'm a sucker for vintage too.
Yep, I like it. I like it all. It's just you start getting down that rabbit hole again with expensive stuff.
That's what I stay from, because I don't get me wrong. I buy some expensive stuff. We all know Engleharts ain't cheap, or Libertads, and commemorative half dollars and Morgans, but you getting that kick, all it takes is that one coin, and it throws you off course. Look at what Triple P's going through, man.
He's not even a stacker anymore. He's a stack collector.
He's full. No, he ain't even a stack collector anymore. He's full blown numismatic. He's says, I told him when he started getting into it, I'm like, dude, you're gonna go full force. Watch. no, I'm a stacker. I love bullion. That's the best.
He's a stack collector.
Ooh, dude, he went full force, and let me tell you, he built a collection of those numismatics. And
well, I bought, and I went against my grain. I bought a slab pieces of 8. It was a full one. Well, it was $1. And it was a pieces of 8 right off the wreck of the El Cazador. And that, I mean, just holding that piece, it's just like history in your hand. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, it's like the pre-33 gold.
Yep,
I love it, man. Holding that in your hand, or even just a Morgan dollar, and just wow, this 1878 Morgan was in some cowboy's pocket at a bar out in the Wild West.
Yep. I mean, those Morgans could have been in an outlaw's pocket. They could have been stolen. They could have been flipped for a gunfight. You don't know.
And the back of a stagecoach.
Exactly.
Riding through
Billy the Kid might have had them.
Yeah. No, it's amazing, and especially when you get those blast white uncirculated Morgans that they just sat in banks for hundreds of years.
That's crazy.
100 years. Just sat in the bank, and it's like a time capsule. The coin hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed is that it's got some ding marks from the bags. But
no, they make bank on those. Trust me.
Oh, dude, if Matt, if those people were still alive from back then, and if they knew what those Morgans would be going for, those suckers would have never went into circulation. Nor back in the 1980s when they were melting this shit.
I know, right?
They were buying it. Yeah, silver went up to $50 an ounce at that time, but Morgans weren't collectible really. They were pretty much just you could buy a Carson City Morgan dollar in the early 1970s for $20-$30 in the GSA. Now those suckers are going for $400 to $800 to $2,000 to $500 to $100,000 depending on what year, what mint, how many are there or left or whatever. It's amazing.
It's funny. As much as I do like the Morgans, it's not generally in my wheelhouse. I have less than a tube of them, and they're all loose.
Yeah. See, what me,
they're not cull, but they're definitely not mint.
No, the average circulated, Morgans, are very fine.
I mean, seriously, I have less than a tube of them. It's just not my. I love them. I think they're great coins. They're beautiful coins. They're out of my wheelhouse as far as what I do.
Well, the problem is when you get into something like that, it's just, especially if you're a stacker, you'll just spend crazy amounts of money, and then eventually you'll finish a set, right? You'll buy every year, which every mint mark you can get at a reasonable price. Then you'll look at the grades and you'll be like, oh, they're all MS63. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do this all over again and get all MS65. And then, I'm going to do this all over again and try to get all MS66, 67s. And it just becomes so expensive that, and who's to say that the Morgans in 5 years from now will settle down and go back to more reasonable prices? Because just 2 years ago, you could buy, a GSA Morgan for $150, $200.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
Well, just a few years ago, you could still get deals on Silver Eagles.
Yeah, I remember those days.
They were under $30. I mean, you had no problem picking them up for $20-$25 back in the day.
Yeah, I remember getting almost 4 Eagles for $100.
Yep, those days are gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I hope I hold on to something. I hold on to a little bit of hope, thinking that, I thought 2023, maybe the Eagles will drop in premium. No, they've went up even more. Even more. They're turning into like, the Libertads. They're just they're going to that price tagging. But the Libertads, I don't mind spending that because it's just the freaking Libertads. They're beautiful. The Eagles.
Yeah, and I don't think I've seen any spotting on Libertads. Have you?
That's the thing, dude. This was before Libertads. They were released in this first silver Libertads were released in '80. Out of all the Libertads I've owned, from my '82s and up, I haven't seen one milk spot on one.
No, I have a bunch of 82, 83, 84, or 83, 84s, and I mean they're still just as beautiful as they were the day they came out.
Exactly, and the only thing that I notice on some of them, they get toning, and I like the toning.
I don't mind toning, but milk spotting pisses me off.
Yeah, milk spotting I can't stand, and that's this was before 30 years before the Canadian Mint released the mint shield in 2018, and the Mexican Mint had that shit. What's the word there?
Well, bear in mind though, there's a different. If you compare a maple to a Libertad, there's a different finish.
Oh yeah, different finish.
And that's more of the Libertads have more of a matte finish, like a satin. Yeah. So it's going to be a little bit more, it'll combat like fingerprints and all that other crap. So I don't know what they did down in Mexico, but it's worked since the 80s. Yeah. It's worked.
Yeah. And I've noticed now at the newer Libertads, they're going more towards that look, more towards a lighter look, not as matte. Maybe they're going with like a semi-gloss type finish.
Mm-hmm. But hey, Mrs. Triple P has entered the chat.
Hey, Mrs. Triple P, good to see you. How's the kids and everybody? So yeah, no, the Mexican Mint, man, dude, whatever they're doing, it works, and I love it. I always leave the Mexican Mint out all the time because it's just, I don't really consider bullion coins anymore because they're just so expensive.
Well, also they don't have a numismatic value assigned to them either. They're just pure bullion.
Yeah, and they're, and it's just there's a lower mintage on them. There's not many out there like nowhere's near the amount of mate bowls and Brits and all that stuff.
They're limited. Yeah, they're limited. They only do so many a year.
Yeah, especially the bigger sizes. If you get like the 2 ounce, 5 ounce, I really like to see them do a 10 ounce Libertad. They have the kilos, they have the 5 ounce, they have the 2 ounce, the 1 ounce, and then your fractional. Put out a 10 ounce Libertad. I'd really love to see.
Do you know how fast that would sell out?
Oh, dude, I really want to get a kilo Libertad. I really want one, but I can't bring myself to spend $3,000 on a kilo Libertad. There's no freaking way.
I don't think you'd ever lose value on that, though.
I wouldn't lose value, but I just couldn't do it.
That's a lot of money to put up, but I think it would retain and go up in value over the years.
Mm-hmm. I know it would, absolutely. But I I'd be buying gold. I'd be buying a golden ounce and a half. You know what I mean? A little over that.
Mm-hmm.
With $300, you figure an ounce $1,700, $1,750, figure $1,800, half ounce $900.
I think speaking of finishes, I think I heard an interview somewhere. Somebody interviewed somebody from the Canadian Mint, and I think one of the interviewer's questions was, "How come you won't share Mint Shield with the rest of the mints?" And he's like, "Look, we worked hard on that. We did the research. We did all, we did the testing. We invested the money. It's staying in Canada. So if anybody had dreams of Mint Shield becoming a thing outside of Canada, it's probably not going to happen."
Yeah, and to be honest, that's what I always wanted. I'm like, they're a Commonwealth. They're part of, England's their buddy. Why haven't they said, hey,
they are taking full control, and they said it. We did the work. We're keeping it. Now, if somebody comes in waving enough dollar signs,
they'll absolutely.
I mean, come on, money. Everybody folds at money at one point or another when you got something you're hanging on to.
But they don't, like you said earlier, they don't care as long as they get their money.
That's true.
That's all they're looking at.
Look, I give them credit. I give the RCM a lot of credit because before 2018, the complaints were running rampant on the maples. Everybody was bitching about the maples because they were just terrible. I mean, I've seen maples that went completely white, not spots, completely white.
Yeah,
and people just kept bitching and complaining, and the Canadian Mint was like, "We don't care. It's a bullion coin. It's not a collectible. Why are you so concerned about it?" But then finally they got tired of hearing it, and they said, all right, we hear you.
Yeah, no, exactly. Wow, West Stacker just asked me a question. Did you keep any American Silver Eagles? Oh, hell yeah, dude. I didn't sell them all. No, nowhere's near it. I sold 2 tubes of American Silver Eagles. That's it. I have a monster box and a couple loose ones outside the monster box. I'll probably sell those loose tubes. I'm going to keep the monster box. I have no plans of selling that. Regardless of how much crap I've been talking about Eagles lately in the U.S. Mint, I'm never going to sell all my American Silver Eagles.
No, that'd be crazy to let them all go.
No, I will never do that. When I did that video, there was a lot of angry comments in the chat, on the comment section.
What, they got mad that you sold it?
A lot of people were like, "Oh, you're a patriot, supposedly, and you're selling your American Silver Eagles, or you made a big mistake selling to, acting like a." And all I said was, watch the whole video. Because if you watch the whole video, and granted, I know a lot of people won't watch whole videos. I'm guilty. I can't sit and watch a 13-minute video or a 15-minute video. I understand. You try to skim through the videos and you see what, whatever. But they were literally just reading the name and just assuming. They're reading the title and assuming. I would be dumb to sell all my Eagles, because who's to say they won't be $50 an ounce? With the premium will be so much that they'll be $50 or $55 or $60 when I could sell them for even more. Or not only that, they're I bought them for stacking. Those, when I first started stacking gold and silver, those were the main things I stacked. And I'm American. I love our country. We live in the greatest country in the world. I'm not going to sell all my Eagles.
Do you still? Here's a question for you and everybody else in the chat. Do you still have the first piece of silver that you bought? The very first. I do too.
Yeah.
It was an American. It was a silver eagle.
Mine was a tube of Barber dimes, a Barber $50.
Oh, there you go.
Very first tube.
Yep. My first purchase was a silver eagle, and I bought. You're gonna laugh. This is total. Remember now, I was a complete noob. I bought it off of freaking Amazon.
Amazon?
I bought it off of Amazon. That was my first piece of silver.
Hey, listen, when we first started stacking, a lot of us just learned that by ourselves. We didn't know shit about anything.
Yeah, well, you want to know what I paid? You want to know what I paid for that?
I don't know.
$51.
Wow.
I'm so ashamed of that, but I'm willing to man up and admit it. I paid $51 for my first eagle.
Yeah, but that's we all live and learn. We've all made mistakes. Like when I first started stacking gold and silver, obviously I started off with Eagles, and at that time the prices were great. But I was big into gold bars. I was buying gram bars, 2.5 gram bars, 3 gram bars. And then I was like, no, I don't. Coins are better, and I sold, I traded my gold bars, and I didn't have no 1 ounce gold bars. They were all, fractional. I was paying crazy premiums for these little gold bars that, come to find out, you bring a lot of them to a local coin shop. A lot of them don't even buy them from you. A lot of them don't want them unless you have a Vacambi breakable bar where there's a bunch.
Yeah.
So I offloaded them, and I started buying foreign old school gold coins like your Roosters and your Helvetas or stuff like that, and they were a great deal. You got gold at a cheap premium, a low premium, but again, not a very good secondary market, not very liquid. And all the gold coins had different content from 80% gold to 90% gold. So it was hard to keep track of what you actually had. And I got rid of those. And then I started stacking 1 ounce gold coins, 1/10 gold coins, 1/4 ounce gold coins, 1/2 ounce gold coins from the Royal Mint, the United States Mint, Perth Mint. That's all I buy. Gold coins, 1/10 to 1 ounce. My favorite are 1 ounce. My secondary choice would be 1/10 ounce. And I buy, government minted bullion coins and pre-33 gold. And once in a while, if I buy a bar, gold bars, they're vintage gold bars like vintage Engelhart, Johnson Matthey 1 ounce bars. And I do like the Scottsdale and Perth 1 ounce gold buttons, those square buttons. I do like those. But yeah, I'm a gold coin dude, But I made mistakes when I first started stacking,
we all did.
Yeah.
Da Vinci says I just bought it a few weeks ago, so I still have it. So new stacker, I guess, huh, Da Vinci?
Hey, congratulations!
Welcome to the madness.
Just don't let it.
The madness. That's all I can say.
Just don't get FOMO and start buying everything. There's a lot of cool things out there, and there's a lot of great things. And trust me, every time I see something, I want to go crazy and buy freaking everything. But trust me, it'll get out of hand if you're not smart. You don't want to put yourself in that predicament.
So I keep everything on a spreadsheet of what I have. I just added up my last week. I added up my world silver, and I realized I'm up to like almost 100 ounces of world silver. I'm like, oh, I've been spending some money on that stuff.
Oh yeah,
and I'm talking like like silver coins, 80%, all that stuff, like basically constitutional around the world.
Oh yeah,
like I love that stuff. I absolutely love it.
See, I'm not a big fan of that, that type of stuff. I like, a lot of people, some people give me heat on this, especially my buddy Bullion Baby. He hates when I do it, but I don't like, anything less than 90%. I don't like 40%ers. I don't like 35% nickels. I mean, if they're free and I find them at the bank or something, I'll take them. Hell yeah. It's silver, but I'm just not a fan of that stuff. I love my constitutional, American junk silver. I like my bars, my 10 ounce and kilo bars, and my coins, government coins. But I'll tell you something though, those foreign silver coins, the foreign junk, is beautiful though. There's so many nice designs, and again, history with those as well.
Absolutely. I mean, the Balboas from Panama.
I do like those.
I love the Balboas, and then of course you got the Mexican Cuauhtemocs.
Yeah.
Those are real. And then I just got into the France, the 50 francs, the Hercules. It's freaking huge.
Oh yeah, those are humongous coins. Yeah,
it's a huge freaking coin.
There are like I said, there's so many beautiful designs. I had this. I want to say it was from Austria, the Dukan or whatever it's called.
Uh-huh.
It's a gold coin. It was almost a 1/2 ounce, but it was so thin, very big, but very thin. And I wish I never got rid of that. That's one foreign, old school foreign coin that I wish I kept because they're hard to come by.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But and then there was the sister coin, which was silver, same size, and it was, I think, from Austria, and I think that was Mother Teresa that was on it or something like that. It was like like there were restrikes, those two coins, and they made them at that time together, like a brother sister type coin, and I wish I never got rid of those. But I've had some nice. I had those old school Nazi silver coins from World War II.
Yeah, I have a bunch of those, but I don't really. Hey, you got to be careful with those. That a lot of people get offended by them,
especially if you're monetized.
Yeah, hey, check out the swastika on this silver coin I got. Isn't that cool? I mean, it's a part of history, and I'm not into the cancel culture or, erasing history. The bottom line is it happened. It is what it is. The best we can do, if we start erasing history, we're never going to learn.
Exactly.
We're never going to learn and it'll just repeat itself. It's cliche, but it's true.
And that's exactly why we learn, history, so we don't repeat it. But
it's crazy.
Exactly. And if you go over to Germany, the German people try their, don't get me wrong, it was traumatic. It was wrong. It was bad, and I would be ashamed too. But they're trying to erase that part of their history, and they just got to accept you can never erase it. You just got to teach people. Leave the camps open and everything, and do tours and show people and teach them, and so no one repeats it. It's that simple.
Yep. Oh, I mean, they left them open. Now you can do tours of the place.
Well, show services. Tours. Yeah, they're still open, but I heard they're starting to like take plaques and statues down across the cities and stuff. They're doing all types of things.
Yeah, Welchco brings up a good point. The symbol is much older than Nazi Germany, and it is. It goes way back.
Yep, back in India, Indian peace sign. Yep. It was.
So it wasn't a Nazi symbol per se.
Nope, it's a peace.
They just adopted it.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, no, a lot of people don't know that. Yeah, no, you can't erase history. It's like those commemoratives, the Stone Mountains. The Stone Mountains, it was pretty much a thank you to the Confederates,
Oh, yeah.
That was, now they're trying to erase that. But, listen, you learn from it. Keep it. I mean, at the end of the day, those people are still Americans.
They had their eye on, down in Georgia, they had their eye on Stone Mountain. But I hate to tell you, but Stone Mountain is private property. You can't just go out. You can't take it out. I'm sorry.
It's beautiful, that place.
Oh, it is. It's beautiful. They turned it into a really nice park.
Beautiful. I've seen it, and I guess they made a little pond beneath the monument, and that's supposed to be the same exact size as the carving on the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to, a certain time of the year, it's supposed to reflect. You can look and see the water show the picture of that monument.
Yeah, it's a beautiful park.
Yeah, I need to go and visit it. I've seen videos and looked it up and stuff, but I would love to go visit it.
It's only five. It's literally 5 hours for me. I really need to get back down there.
Yeah, it's like 20 for me.
Hey, we got data in the chat. He says, my pops passed and I got his stack learned by researching and then finding stacking community online and still learning. That's the way to do it. Condolences to your dad.
Yeah, sorry for your loss, man.
But definitely educate yourself. I mean, we all started somewhere. Everybody, all these channels you're visiting, we all started somewhere. And knowledge is really your best friend when it comes to this stuff. You don't want to go in blindly.
Absolutely. And
take everything with a grain of salt. Not every channel is going to give you the right information.
No, there's a lot of channels out there that'll steer you in the wrong way. But you're learning something, you don't just take it from one person. You go to a bunch of people that are experienced, and you get a little bit of both from everybody. And then at the end of the day, you make your own decisions and find out of all the advice was given to you by different content creators or, local coin shop owners, you find out what works for you. Because at the end of the day, it's your decision, and what and I don't know your funds or your tax bracket or whatever. Maybe, it depends on what you can afford and the price. You're searching around and making sure you can get the best deal on gold and silver or platinum or whatever. At the end of the day, you got to do your own homework. But
coincidence. My parents came down from Rhode Island a couple weeks ago, and my father and I actually had this conversation about, because he's big into numismatics and silver and gold. He's got a bunch of stuff, and he said, "Well, it's all going to you when I die." And I'm like, and I'm thinking about what he said. Just sell it, And I'm like, Dad, I don't think I could sell it, to be quite honest. I mean, this is something that you put together. You put your time and your effort, and you love doing it. You enjoyed it as a hobby. And for me to just say, hey, give it to somebody else, I don't know if I could do it, man.
Yeah. No, I if it was something, because that's sentimental, it was passed on.
Absolutely. So that'd be a tough call for me. Maybe I would liquidate some, but maybe keep something. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I'd react to that until I actually cross that line.
Depending what it is, I would probably keep a good, if it's a very expensive set, like I say, if he gave you a book of the full set of Morgan dollars, I probably would keep that. And if there was things that you didn't like and didn't really care for, and you could find a good place for it, but I would probably keep most of it, if it was passed on.
Yeah, that's a tough call. I hopefully I don't have to deal with that for a long time, but I've definitely thought about it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
HD chimed in about the channels. He said larger channels will turn into a big ad.
Yeah, no, exactly. And
very true, HD, very true. And we're not going to name names, but that's what happens.
That's, and this brings me to a good point. So whoever's in the chat, if you've been following me on YouTube since day one, I started the channel, for fun and making friends in the community, because outside, the social stacking community on these sites, there's no one you can really talk to. It's not every day you walk into a fellow stacker or someone that can relate to you. So, I've been following a lot of guys, a lot of old school channels for YouTube for many years. And then eventually I got the courage to make my own channel. And I never thought I would hit 100 subscribers. I never thought I would hit 500 subscribers or 1,000 or whatever. Eventually, I was able to hit 1,000 subscribers. I found out I can be monetized and get a little something back. And I notice a lot of people have a problem with people making money sometimes, I guess. I've one video, just recently I posted that I created a membership and merch store. And these are things that, come along when you're monetized. And there was a couple comments in there from fellow subscribers that were ticked off. And I honestly, I don't understand, why they would be. It's one thing, because there are channels out there that do memberships, right? That would restrict all their subscribers. You can only, in order to be part of the auction, you have to be a member. In order to watch this video, you have to be a member. That is wrong. You know what I mean? That I don't agree with at all. But you become monetized. You put all this time into something you like doing. You bust your butt doing it. It might not seem like a lot of work, but it takes a lot of time.
And these videos take a hell of a lot of time.
A lot of time, and not to mention the gauze and that you do for the community, and giveaways and donations to other channels to do like a giveaway or like a Secret Santa that's coming around. There's like 5 channels I have to donate to within this month. Equipment, it gets expensive. You know what I mean? And it's coming out of your pocket. You know what I mean? It's something you're doing for fun, and it ends up coming out of your pocket. And within this year on YouTube, I've spent over $1,000. I've probably spent $2,000-$3,000 easily. And that's not including gauze. That's just equipment and stuff. And there might be some giveaways too, but it gets expensive. So when you're able to get some money for what you're doing, why not? You know what I mean? I was taught never knock another man's hustle. You know what I mean? It's one thing if someone's trying to scam someone or force them to do something. That is wrong. But, you work hard. YouTube sends you an email saying, hey, you're able to be monetized and get a little something for ads. You'll have companies start reaching out to you and, pay you to advertise something, and you get a little something back. You could start a membership, and the reason why I started a membership is just for extra support if someone wants to support. I did the free shipping, so if anyone buys anything from the auctions or from me, they get free shipping, stuff like that. But it's no restrictions that I did on my membership. I don't believe in that crap. But you start getting you start getting something back. You know what I mean, for everything you put in. But some people don't like that.
Well, bottom line, I learned this a long time ago. It used to bug me. I mean, you remember the thumbs downs? They used to actually show. And
yeah, now they don't.
Yeah, you kind of take it personally. Like, well, somebody didn't like my stuff. And then I just got over it. I'm like, you know what? Everything I do is not going to be something that everybody wants to watch. I get it. I'm all right with that. And then I've done some that were absolute turds and others that went over 4,000 hits. I mean, you never know what's going to go. But it doesn't matter. I still had fun making the video, whether it gets 200 hits or 2,000 or whatever. But yeah, I mean, the whole monetary thing, it is what it is. But one thing I won't do is break up a video and insert a complete ad for a bullion company. I'm not doing that. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. No, exactly. And there's a lot of a thing, that I don't agree with. Like there's a lot of channels in our community where you can't go on their auctions. And I can name some channels right now. I could probably name 5 or 6 of them, unless you're a membership. So that's wrong. If you're taking your time to go through that stream and wait patiently and be willing to buy something, and they're only allowing you to bid if you're a member, that I don't agree with. I don't agree. I don't mind if a community does it, mining stock or anything like that, as long as they don't clickbait it. If they clickbait it, that's wrong.
Stocks are so friggin' risky, though. I'm telling you, especially these mining stocks. I mean, I've heard, a lot of these stocks, a couple of them went really south after some recommendations from high notoriety channels here. And a couple of those stocks went south, and some people got pissed off.
Oh yeah, a lot of them are bad, and listen. I'll be honest. I don't recommend anyone to physical's the way. But that's the companies that reach out to these channels, for you have like the mints, you have SD Bullion and stuff like that, and then you have the mining stocks. Once you're monetized, they reach out to you like crazy, for them to do a video. And I understand, a lot of creators do them, because they make money. How can they pass up when these companies are willing to pay you $2, $3, $4, or $5,000 or $200, $300, $400, depending what subscribers and views you have? It's a lot of people are not going to turn that down.
No, it's tough. But, I mean, they start waving dollar bills in front of you.
Yeah,
because here's the thing: if you're waving that much money in front of people, I mean, if you're waving that much in front of me? How am I going to look at it? That's all going to silver and gold.
Exactly. Exactly. And not only that, it's going towards the channel.
Giveaways. Like you do giveaways with that money. You can do a whole bunch of stuff.
Exactly. Giveaways, gauze, equipment, donations, fundraisers, charities, to the stack, all types of things. And that's what a lot of these guys do. But the only thing I disagree with the mining stock is when they do clickbait stuff. Don't clickbait the hell out of your video. Trick someone to come on, watch, a minute of it, and then all of a sudden it goes right into this whole schmeal.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. And we know which channels are doing it, but the minute that commercial comes on and breaks up the video where I'm finally getting into it, I'm out. I'm done. I'm checking out. I'm out.
Yeah.
Because you just broke up my interest level, and I'm not waiting.
And not to mention, a lot of them also, what they do is that they'll not only clickbait it, they also what was I just gonna say? It was on the tip of my tongue. They do the clickbait, and what the fuck? I hate when that happens.
Hey, wait till you get older, man. Just wait.
I know. I don't. I don't like when they do the clickbait and for the stocks. I can understand they do it for the money. it's hard not to. It goes to the channel. It goes to all these things, you know. But the clickbait is a no-no. The whole membership, if you're not a member, you can't go on the auction or can't do this and that. I can understand opening up in a membership for support for the channel, or like free shipping or discounted merchandise. But for oh, you can't bid on my auctions unless you're a member. That's wrong. But
I've seen channels shut down when they took that route.
Yeah. And another thing I hate what channels do is when they do these mining stock videos, they do they block the comments because they know they're going to piss a lot of people off with the clickbait, and they block the comments.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't agree with either. If you need to block the comments, you're doing something wrong. You're going to leave the comments open. Let people say what they're going to say. If you don't like the comment, whatever, don't comment back, or you say a smart ass remark and leave them stunned or something. But it's
Spokane says he has YouTube Premium, so he doesn't see the commercials anyway.
Yeah, and listen,
you will if they're embedded into the video, buddy.
Any content creator in this chat right now, none of us planned, even the bigger channels. You think Yankee or Silver Dragon started off thinking they were going to be able to get monetized on YouTube? Do you think Campbell Coins or Tita Silverstacker ever thought they were going to get monetized, ever make money from it? No, we all started for the same reason. So once you're able to get monetized and make some money back, that's great. But the only thing that you need to do is stick to your roots, not go completely commercial and change how you look at things and become greedy like a lot of these channels. And I'm not going to name names because most of you guys and girls know in the chat who I'm talking about. But a lot of them, you can be like, Tita Silverstacker, Campbell Coins, Silver Heist, Uncle Sal, stick to their roots, watch all of our videos, support us all the small channels, and do giveaways and gauze, and or you can be like other channels, like I'll name one of them, Silver Slayer.
Oh God, did you really bring that one up?
Yeah, Silver Slayer.
Oh.
He started for the same reason like everybody else, but the minute he's seen the dollar signs, he's changed. Or you can be like Tita Silverstacker and Sal and all those great guys, make money and still be the same from day one. And that's my plan. Yes, I'm not going to lie. I'm making money from ads. Nothing to talk about. It's peanuts. It's peanuts. Where you make the money on YouTube is where companies reaching out to you, sponsorships, and memberships, super chats, stuff like that. That's where that's where content creators make money. But ads, they don't make nothing. YouTube pays you like put it this way, I've been monetized for months. I've made $20 on ads. You know what I mean? $20 on ads. That's, unless you're getting thousands of views, that's where the ads come in and you're making bank. But, other than that, you don't really make much on that. But
yeah. And speaking of channels, take a little bit of a different tack here. I got to give kudos to I don't check in too much. Silver Dragons. I guess he teamed up with SD, I guess, to get the silverback, the custom silverback.
Yeah.
That's a nice damn silverback. I mean, that's badass.
That is an outstanding silverback.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, would I buy? I can't even promote the gold backs because I don't agree with them. I mean, I think they're beautiful. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I think they're beautiful. I don't think they're going to catch on in the way they intended to.
No.
And now, if you're talking fractional silver on a silverback, come on now, seriously.
So that's why, like, for example, anyone that watches Tita Silverstacker does the mining stocks. He does the gold backs. He does all of that, right? But he's honest in his video. He'll talk about the company and mention all its pros. Then he'll mention cons.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll mention at the end, he'll say what he thinks of it. You know what I mean? And he reassures people to do their, what's he say, the diligence, and their homework and all that. You know what I mean? Like I said, as long as you steer people in the right direction and you don't lie just for the money,
Well, I mean, and I'll give you an example. I'm not going to mention the channel name. You may or may not know, but this channel was what did they do? They were contacted by Goldbacks, and I guess they did a video on them. And
I know who you're talking about.
You know
right
who I'm
off
talking about. Yeah, you
newer
know who I'm
channel
talking
too.
about. And so I commented on his video. I said, "Look, they're gorgeous. They're beautiful. I don't think they're going to make it." I said, "Do I buy them? Absolutely, but I'm not stacking them because the premiums are ridiculous for what you're getting on them." And I said, "Now I like to have a couple of the designs I really like, but I don't see these catching on." Anyway, long story short, that particular channel creator jumped all over me saying, "No, these are great. These are the future. These are," because he felt obligated to defend the Goldbacks.
Well, I'll tell you right now, that channel member I've helped out a lot. That channel,
yeah.
Starting off, I helped him out a lot. I've done, whenever he was there, I've helped him out. And great guy, great person. We get along. But I told him, because we started about the same time, and I've been doing good with my channel, but whatever he did, he just flew. We were about the same. We were all three of us were about that at that same mark, and then he just flew by, and good for him. But the thing is, I told him, whatever happens, I said, don't change. You can do your, I can't tell you what to do, but just don't change. I said, you can do your memberships, but I said, I don't recommend doing restrictions. I said, you can take your ads and have your company sponsor you, but just don't change who you are. Don't become greedy. Don't do it just for the money. Because that's what a lot of these channels have done. They started off like us, and they started getting bigger and bigger, and they've changed. Some of them don't even write back in the comments anymore.
I get that. Sometimes, I know it's hard. It's a time thing, but sometimes it's hard to get back to everybody. I try really hard to get back to everybody that comments. I do.
It's hard, but and there'll be probably a week before I get back to it, but I eventually always get back to them. I try to comment on it the next day on all the videos or something, just when everyone gets their comments in so I can go through them. But a lot of them don't even acknowledge the comments, don't even like or nothing. You know what I mean? So I told him, I said, just don't change, and you'll be okay. But he's gone straight for the money, and he's at that point where it doesn't matter if it's good for the community or good for people.
Well, he figured out how to manipulate the titles and the keywords. And I know how to do it too, but I'm not gonna. That's not. I don't want to go that route. I've chosen not to, and I'm not going to. You'll never see one of my videos say "must watch." Watch now. You have to see this. I don't do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
because that's not how. I think if you're more genuine, you'll grow your channel if you're more genuine. It's going to be slower than if you were using sensationalism, like this particular person. But you know what? I'm good with that. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with the rate of growth.
Listen, I was going to post this rant because after that whole comment thing, a couple comments on, I was saying that, I made a membership. There was a couple, angry people in the comments. Oh, you're going in the wrong direction. Oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, blah, blah. And I actually lost like 2 or 3 subscribers just for starting a membership. And I was thinking to myself, I said, I'm not going to change who I am. I'm going to be the same person. The only difference is now I'm making a little bit money back where I can put into the channel. And I can, and we can grow together. You know what I mean? I'm never going to be that guy that's like, oh, I'm just doing it for money. This is not a job. It's a hobby. It's something I love doing, something I enjoy doing. But if I can get paid for something I love doing, who wouldn't?
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm going to be honest. I have companies reached out to me already. There's going to be future videos, sponsors coming very soon. I'm going to be getting paid. But that money is going to go right back into the channel. I have a video coming out before Christmas. And guess what's going to happen right after Christmas, right after that video? I said it on my last video, the 20th or the 22nd, I'm going to do a Christmas auction and a Christmas score. And I'm going to donate half the proceedings to Toys for Tots. Kids that can't, don't have a Christmas.
That's so funny that you doing. I was actually going to do a video in 1st of December because I was former Marine, so Toys for Tots is kind of near and dear to me. I was actually going to do a video to just promote it a little bit.
Yeah, and that's what I plan on doing with the money. I don't need the money YouTube's giving me. I have a very successful business. I invest. Luckily, my investment's been good. Knock on wood. I'm very blessed, especially at my age. I'm very young, and a lot of people, I remember when joining this community and talking to most of the people in this community are in their 40s and 50s. My dad's age, and they were shocked. They thought I was, in my 30s, 40s. They never thought I was 27 years old.
Yeah.
And that's just, I've always been mature. I've always, was good with my money, and always related better with older people because of my maturity level. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with making money on YouTube as long as you're making it the right way and you're not scamming people and you're not giving people false information.
No, I mean, like I said, this community will read right through it. I don't worry about that. People are smart enough. Well, most see right through they see right through the crap. Most do.
And the bigger your channel gets, the more hate comments you get. The more,
and that's okay. Like I said, I learned a long time ago to say, you know what? Okay, just see ya. I was looking at the comments. Old man Jenkins brought up a good point. He said he pushes constitutional for bartering, but I was thinking if SHTF, my neighbor is not trading his sugar from a 90% quarter, and that is an accurate statement because here's the thing: I've always said it from day one. If SHTF, if the shit hits the fan, most people, bear in mind, you only have 1 to 5% of the U.S. stacking, 1 to 5%. So the other 95% is not. They're going to look at you like you're nuts when you try to give them that quarter for something because they don't know. They don't know what it is. So good luck with that. I've always said that silver isn't for during an SHTF. It's for after. It's for the recovery period.
Yeah, and I've told. That's why I disagree with. Well, everybody's different. Everybody stacks for different reasons, but I told everybody that I'm not an SHTF stacker. I don't stack for prep. I don't stack gold and silver for prepping. I never have, never will. And because no one's going to trade their food in a time where food is dire, their protection, their guns, their ammunition for silver or gold. No one's going to want that. No one's going to want to trade it. No one's going to.
Because do you know what the panic level is going to be in the early days and early years? The
panic level is going
to be off the chart. People aren't going to care about your silver and gold. They're looking for food and water.
What are they going to walk around with 100 face value bags of 90%? You know what I mean? It's just it's not realistic. So I stack, I prep. I prep. I'm a prepper, but that's food, water, gasoline, generators, ammunition, guns. That's what I stack. I don't silver and gold, that is for hedging against inflation. It's for savings. It's for insurance. It's for protecting my wealth.
Now, if you're stacking ammo, you might be talking. Now we might be golden. Now you got something.
Yeah, brass and copper is the metal you need to prep. For prepping.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Listen, everybody stacks a different way. I'm not going to knock anybody else, but
I don't knock it. I think everybody's got their own reasons, and that's cool. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, when that time comes, and hopefully it doesn't, but if it comes, they're going to learn real quick. All that time, all that stacking for that reason is a waste.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to do anybody any good. Like I said, 1 to 5% are stacking in this country. So the other 95% has no clue what your little bar of silver is worth, or your constitutional silver.
That's another thing. 90% of the people in this world don't know about. They know about gold and silver, but they know jewelry. They know that it's in banks and vaults. Well, that's what they say, anyways. They don't know that you could buy it. They didn't know you could have it. They don't know if it's a hedge against inflation, if the savings or whatever. They don't know. So you go up to the average person with a silver dime. Oh, can I get an egg? They're gonna laugh at you.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's what's gonna feed my family for today. You know, what the hell am I gonna do with that?
So I actually I got in a little, not an argument, I guess a lively discussion, we'll call it. And we were going back and forth, and he's like, "Well, what are you going to do with your silver and gold? You can't eat silver and gold." And I'm like, "You're absolutely correct." And guess what? I don't plan on eating my silver and gold. That's why I'm prepping for other things: food, water, ammo, stuff that I'm going to need, medical supplies, toiletries, all that. You think I'm not prepping that? I already have. I'm not counting on my silver in an SHTF. I'm not counting on my gold. That's after. That's for after, because
exactly
if it hits that point, the dollar is probably gone, and they're gonna have to come up with some kind of currency, not currency, but some kind of value of trade, and that's gonna be precious metals. It could go back to precious metals.
Absolutely. Hey, see you later, Da Vinci. Thanks for coming on, man, and keep on stacking, slow and steady.
Good luck to you.
But yeah, no, seriously, man. You know, that's one of the big channels. He's a prepper. He's a humongous channel, and he's a prepper stacker. And I always disagree with that, but whatever. That's what he thinks. But that same channel, I laugh, and I'm sure people in this chat will notice it. And no matter where I go, every local coin shop, you know, when they find out I'm a YouTuber and I tell them or whatever, we end up talking about it. They always say that channel's name. Oh yeah, I watch this guy. I watch this guy. It's always this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I laugh because in his videos he says I'm not a financial advisor, right? But then at the end of the video he says, "Come join me, $50 a month part of the membership with a one-on-one meeting for financial advice."
I know who you're talking about.
for financial advice.
Or I know exactly who you're talking about.
That right there is ridiculous. And then once in a while he'll do an auction or a stream, right? And this is the best part here. For every $100 super chat, I add an ounce of silver.
That's worth a whole $28.
Now, if you want to talk greed, that's greed. That and the best part of it, he's a Christian.
Yeah, he's Christian.
And greed is a sin, correct?
Greed, gluttony, yeah, you name it. There's a bunch.
Spokane, name the 7 deadly sins. There's lust, gluttony, greed, pride. What's the other one? Another. I forgot the names. There's a couple of them. I should know all this. Oh my god. But yeah, gluttony. Did I say gluttony?
Yeah.
But anyways, he does that. You know, he's a Christian, but then you know he's every $100 super chat, and mind you, this guy is making tons of money on YouTube just from the ads alone, the super chats. I was on one of the streams a couple weeks ago. He got a $400 super chat. And probably from some fan that likes him. That's probably, you know, that $400 probably could have done a lot for him, but he probably wanted to get noticed, or, you know, or wow, I like this guy, or I appreciate him. $400 super chat. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I'm not a financial advisor, but
yeah, but for $50, I'll tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah. I'll tell you. Yeah, exactly. Whatever you want to, you know, I'll steer you in the right direction. You know, it's hilarious, and that's what I'm talking about with those types of channels. You know, that's where the money comes ahead of everything, and you forget where you came from. You can be a big channel and be part of the community and be like how you were when you started. Like, for example, Salivate Metals. Uncle Sal, man. Everybody calls him Uncle Sal. And I'll tell you something. Wild West Stacker, Weekly Bullion, Silver Gold, Silver Gold Stack Attack. I guarantee he watches all of our videos. I know he watches mine, and he's always commenting on my videos. That guy is, you know, 60,000 subscribers, you know. He's not a small channel, and he's making, you know, good money, and he's part of our community. You know, unlike a lot of channels out there that just went the wrong direction in ways. But I laugh because a lot of people don't see that. They don't see the wrong direction and the greed, the greed in some of those channels. But when little channels like us, we get monetized and we start making a little something, nothing compared to them. We get hated on. And I'm like, anyone could start a YouTube. Listen, I never thought, and I'm sure you never thought the same thing, we would ever get to the point where we're at now.
No, I'm
able to do that.
I remember the first time I hit 100, I was like blown away. I was like, holy crap, 100 people are actually listening to this.
Yeah. I never thought in this year of doing that would ever happen. So when it's a great milestone, and I wouldn't be able to do it without my subscribers. And that's why I appreciate my subscribers so much. And I make sure I comment on my videos and comment back and
well, we both have a lot of the same subscribers too. So
yeah, great people, man. And this community at the end of the day is it's an outstanding community.
Wild West, he's almost to 900 himself.
900, man. You got one more 100 to go, and you can get monetized. And also, if you have I don't know how many watch hours you have, but if you got 4,000 watch hours, man, you're on the right track. And don't knock yourself down. We're a lot of small channels that are getting bigger and bigger. They say, "Oh, I'm never going to get monetized. I have no need. I don't want to. I don't care." Don't look down on it. You know what I mean? You're getting something back for everything you gave. You can still keep giving. You can still be yourself. Just you can get some money. Why the hell not? So Spokane said, lust, greed, sloth, envy, wrath, pride, gluttony.
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah, he got it right there. Yeah, I said lust, I said greed, I said pride, and I said gluttony.
I forgot sloth and wrath.
What's sloth? Can anyone explain sloth?
Isn't that like lazy or it's just?
Yeah, I think that's what that is. And envy is like anger towards somebody.
No, wrath is anger. Envy is being jealous.
Jealous, yes. Jealous. Envy is jealous. Lust is, cheating pretty much. Watching porn. Greed is, loving money and materialistic things. And sloth is laziness. Envy is jealousy. Wrath is angry towards somebody. Pride is, being stuck up, being, you're the best. And gluttony is stuffing your face.
I unfortunately, I think I have wrath every freaking day of my life. All it takes is getting behind the wheel and getting on the highway.
Listen, these are all things that everybody has. Even your most Christian person, we sin every day, and that's exactly why Jesus died for our sins. As long as we ask for forgiveness of our sins and confess our sins, and everything's good. But it's impossible not to do any of those things. It's part, especially in today's age with everything. There's if we're at McDonald's and we're stuffing our face, that's considered gluttony. If you're proud of yourself, we all get that stuck upness to us sometimes, and that's pride and wrath. We all get angry. Sometimes we all get jealous. We're all lazy sometimes. Wife tells us take out the garbage, and we say in a minute, and 10 hours later. Greed. We all like money. We all like materialistic stuff. And lust. What grown man does not watch porn?
I don't.
Nope, not for me.
Nope.
Or check out or have a Playboy magazine somewhere in the house.
Oh God, now you're going back. That's some 80s stuff, man. We used to hide that stuff in the woods.
Yeah, no. You thought those were good. Damn, you should see what's online now. But no, everybody. Yeah. So Spokane Silver Stacker might have some gluttony this Thursday. Thanksgiving, yeah, man. Every year And I'm not big. I'm not big into turkey. I think turkeys are dry. I don't really like.
You're not doing them right if they're dry.
They're just I'm not a big fan of turkey. But I still eat it. And at the every time I'm finished, 10 minutes later, I go out in the living room and turn on the game, and I'm asleep. Knock the hell out.
Well, that's because that's that tryptophan. The tryptophan that's in the turkey.
Dude, I feel like I just smoked a joint because I'm so out of it.
Yeah,
that really
you're tripping on tryptophan.
Yeah, man. So he says, Spokane says, I'll pray for Patriotic. Yeah. No, it's serious. Everybody sins every day, and you just gotta ask for forgiveness. That's all. That's exactly why he died for our sins, in the Bible and stuff. But it's, I started when I remember learning about the 7 sins and looking up a lot of them. I realized, I'm like, oh, I have some of that. That happens to me sometimes. That happens to me sometimes. And in every day in life, you walk past somebody or you start talking to somebody. Everybody has that certain things, that they do. It's hard.
Well, we wouldn't be human if we didn't.
No, exactly. But you learn from it. Like I said, you make good by it eventually.
That's Wild West has been stacking turkey. Way to go, man.
Stacking turkey. Does anyone in the chat go turkey hunting and kill their turkey?
Well, see, I got in trouble for doing that. I had all my gear on. I had my rifle on. I had my rifle, and then I got thrown out of the damn grocery store. I'm like, I'm hunting. What do you? Come on.
So, speaking of hunting, I bought last year. I never had time to go out and shoot it. That's how busy I've been. But today I last year, well, not even about. I think it was the beginning of this year. I went and bought a new safe, and I bought a new gun safe, and I bought a new a Ruger AR, the NATO, the 5.56 NATO, and I wasn't able to shoot it yet. So me and my buddy took it out today after work, and in the backyard, and we were just loading it up and checking it out and reading up on it, and it's been a while since I shot my ARs, and I wanted to take that one out because I haven't shot it yet, and I forgot how loud they were.
Oh yeah,
I forgot how loud they were because it's been such a long time. Haven't had the chance. I haven't really even been fishing lately, and man, my ears blew my ears out. For an hour. It was like I got off a plane or took off on a plane. I couldn't hear. I was like, damn.
Yeah, they're pretty loud.
Oh man,
I know you were talking about turkey being dry. It's not. If you do it right, it doesn't come out dry. The biggest thing is a lot of people take it out of the oven and they start cutting it. That's the biggest mistake. You got to let it sit for like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, marinate.
No, what it does is all the juices go back into the meat. But you can't just pop it out of the oven and start cutting. It's going to be dry. But what I'll do, I do a couple things. I'll put some butter under the skin on the breast, and then I cram that damn cavity full of like apples and celery and onion and whatever else I can think of. Maybe some orange slices. And that comes out pretty damn good. It comes out pretty good.
What my uncle did one year, he put a beer can in it. Open it up.
There you go.
And with stuffing, and I guess the beer, it gives it, flavor or something. But that was good. But usually, it's weird. I love turkey cold cuts. When I get a sandwich, it's usually turkey.
If it's real, chicken. I don't like that. I don't like the processed crap.
Yeah, it's got to be real. Yeah, I'll get turkey cold cuts, but I hate ham cold cuts. I can't stand ham.
Yeah, it's fatty all the time.
Yeah, but when it comes to dinners, I hate turkey dinner, but I love ham dinners. Nice ham.
I could eat a turkey dinner probably any day of the week. I could probably have breakfast.
Yeah, I'm not that big of a fan of a turkey dinner. Chicken on the other hand, man. I always say, my grandmother, because she does all the cooking for Thanksgiving. I say, why don't you just get a giant chicken and fry that sucker up? Bake that nice grilled chicken. What do they call them? Rotisserie chickens.
There you go. All right. Yeah, you could just grab one out of the freezer and just fry it. Drop it into one of those turkey fryers. Fried turkey's pretty good.
Oh yeah. There's all types of.
I don't think I would do it every year, but fried turkey's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, I'm gonna throw something in the chat here, see if anyone's interested in it. Hold on. Where the fuck did I put it? If I can find it, I lost it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, HD. I was wondering if you were talking about wild turkey or the liquor. Glad you clarified.
All right, let me throw this in here. I'm gonna put on the camera there. Okay. Anyone see that? Can you see that? Is it showing?
Can see it. Yeah, I don't. Right. It's not. I don't know if it's showing up on the actual chat though.
So this is the Black Flag Queen Anne's Revenge, the first in the series.
There it
Blackbeard. Is, If anyone's interested, shoot me an offer. These are expensive. They're very collectible. This is the first in the series. This is the daddy of all of them right there. This is the king. If anyone's interested in these in one of these, let me know. Shoot me an offer. Can anyone do a good Marlon Brando voice? What's it? Don Corleone. Make me an offer I can't refuse.
I may ask you for a favor one day.
You know who's good at what's his name there? He was always on Plumber's auctions. Was it Kentucky? No, not Kentucky John. Texas Joe. Texas Joe. I think that's what his name was. He's on Plumber's auctions. And he does a really good Marlon Brando voice.
Hey, you got a question on your 10-ounce Englehards HD?
10-ounce angle. Which ones? The press bars, waffle backs, the waffle back W series, or the P-Loafs waffle backs. No, I have press bars. I have the pressed Englehards. I have the W series waffle backs and the P series waffle backs.
That's the only way I go is pressed. It's the only bars I'll buy in 10 ounces, the pressed.
Yeah, the press bars are. I love the press bars. Those Atmex bars are really growing on me.
I'm telling you, they did a great job on these.
And it was weird because they were always cheap, generic bars. They were just, Atmex brand. But now they've become a premium bar.
I mean, it's almost like a proof background, dude. They did a great job on it.
Yeah, it's the Atmex bars kind of remind me of the old school Johnson Matthey or Engelhart press bars.
Yep.
They're
and I think they're calling it high relief too, if I'm not mistaken. It is pretty. It's pretty up there.
Yeah. How do they compare to the RCM bars?
RCMs. I mean, there's no relief on them at all. RCMs are flat.
Are they about the same size?
Yeah, about the same size, but the RCMs have that satin finish.
Yeah.
And these the Atmex bars are more of a proof.
Because I know the Atmex now, they're releasing their own version of the Square Geiger bars.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I've seen those too. I love those Geiger bars, but they're expensive, boy. Holy crap.
I'm telling you. Remember this one?
With the shields?
Michael's? Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's that Korean mint, right?
Yeah, Comsco.
And they also had this crown. They have that crown that you put together, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of bars, I actually have. Remember, I showed you that RCM bar. I asked you if you were interested.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pop that out. This is a good deal.
I know your combination now. I got you.
Oh, no. What? Damn it. I love that sound. Let me pull this out. Now, this is an offer you can't refuse. Anybody in the chat who's interested. All right, let's. So we got this beautiful RCM bar in the capsule. Now, your generic bars on your generic 10-ounce bars on your cheapest bullion site, like say Monument Metals, an IGR bar right now is going for about $250. If anyone wants this sucker, $260.
It's a good price.
Yeah, these are $300, dude. $280, $290. I'll sell this for $260. If anyone wants a beautiful RCM bar with the capsule, $260. That's $10 over a 10-ounce generic bar.
It's a good price.
Yeah, absolutely.
I showed you this one, right, from the cut saw mint.
You know what? Those are generic bars, but they're not.
Well, they're generic, but they're selling for they're generics that are selling for a premium.
Yeah, they're beautiful bars. Those I had one of them. I wish I never got rid of it. I should have kept it, but I traded it off because someone wanted it, and there was something that they had that I wanted. But those are beautiful, beautiful bars.
And you can't really see it on. I know because you've had one, but the background is just it's got fine engraved lines. I mean, you're not going to duplicate this one.
Didn't you buy one off me?
Not this one.
No.
I found this one. I got a great deal on this for I think $250.
Yeah, the premiums on those are expensive.
Yeah, they're getting up there.
But they're they were like started off as like a generic bar, but they're really not a generic bar because just the detail and it has like a proof finish to it also. I wouldn't consider that a generic bar at all.
Yep. No, they don't sell for cheap. They're not cheap. That's for sure.
Yeah, dude. The press bars. I like my cast and poured bars, but dude, the press bars. I don't know if you've seen this. Here's a nice press bar. I should have got capsules for these, but I didn't. I shouldn't be holding it with my bare hands either, but whatever.
So Data says he was born in South Korea. How cool is that?
Who?
Data.
Wow.
Data says he was born in South Korea. He has one of the shields. That's a cool shield. There's a lot of detail on that.
Speaking of shield, this is a silver shield, 10-ounce bar by the Golden State Mint. Nice press bar right here.
What's the design on that?
It's no lies. It's like the Illuminati, and then
yeah.
Beautiful bar.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen him before, and I never jumped on him, and then recently I had to.
Yeah, I'm on a 10-ounce bar kick. I've been really stacking them away this year.
Check this one out. Now, I like those old style Volt bars. Like those bank bars.
Yeah. Yeah, you like those.
Oh my God, look at that sucker.
That's a log of silver.
That's 750 grams. That's like 24 ounces. And I got the first in the series, number 6. So I got there's 800 of these minted. There's 100 of the letter R, 100 of the letter E. They're going to spell out reckless. I got number 6, and number 6 is my favorite number.
Nice.
So I was happy to get this.
Wild West says he blew his weekly silver allowance on baby Grogu.
Yeah, how many tubes? Let's comment. How many did you get? Did anyone? I know Weekly Bullion bought some. Let's see what else. Probably should have bought some of those Gru-Gus or whatever they're called. I never did. I had bad luck with this Type 2 Beskar bars, and I was pissed off, and I said I was never buying Star Wars crap again.
Would you get the Beskar bars?
Yeah, I bought those 2022, the second series, the second run.
Yeah.
I never should have. I lost money on them. I was like, I was waiting for the perfect opportunity to sell. First of all, they sold out quick on it. Well, no, they didn't really sell out quick. It took like a week on AppMex. And then eventually, you were waiting for the price to shoot up. The price did opposite and went down. They're still on eBay for sale, and they're less than what they were charging at the end of the day on AppMex. And I'm like, yo, what the hell? And I ended up selling it for. I didn't lose money, but I got my money back. But I was like, because they ruined it. They did, instead of keeping like the first one when they did in 2021, it was 1,000 of them minted. They did 3,000 this year. So they kind of like ruined it. And granted, that's still a low premium, but whatever.
Speaking of limited, I think I showed you this, didn't I? The Gibraltar Lady Justice. This is the antique version. They only made 5,000.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah,
those are beautiful.
That's a fantastic coin.
Speaking of antique,
these were limited to 5. They only made 5,000 of these in the antique.
You want to see a coin that's going to be worth a lot of money? And I bought a few of these. This is the Black Flag, the Rising Sun, the last design so far. This is number 4. They made their first antique coin.
Nice.
And this was selling for like $80 on AppMex when it was first released. They only made 2,500. This thing's going to be worth like, I probably already doubled my money.
Yeah, that's nice. HD was asking what's a good price to sell a 10-ounce Britannia bar.
If you have a 10-ounce, is it capsuled? Is it clean?
Yeah. What kind of shape is it? I mean, is it loose? Has it got fingerprints? Is it still in the plastic? Is it capsule? Because I can give you an estimate, but just let me know, because that's my game right there. I love the Britannia bar.
Yeah, because if it's in like good shape, like how yours are, I would say 270, 280.
Yeah, he says clean in a clean capsule. So you're looking at 280 to 300 right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now, if it wasn't in a capsule, probably just 240, 230.
And if you put it on eBay, you probably get somebody to buy it at 320.
Oh yeah. These are my favorite bars here.
I never got into the loafs or it's just not my thing.
I like these, the Kit Kat look to them,
Yeah, and you can hold it and not worry about it. I get that. That's cool. HD said he sold it for $289. That's fair.
280. Yeah, that's a great price.
Yep, that's fair. You probably could have got a little bit more.
All right. Hey, I love playing with the silver though.
Old man Jenkins says, y'all know how hard it is to save for gold when you're 10-month-old and needs diapers, formula, and toys. Absolutely, my friend.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Been there. And I know Patriotic's got some young kids too.
No, four.
It's tough. You have to balance life with stacking.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, no, the Britannia, I would say the most expensive bars on the market right now are the Britannias and RCM bars.
Yep. Britannias are ridiculous. I've seen them as high as 360.
Did you get that new 10-ounce bar released by the Royal Mint this year?
Not yet.
That people are going crazy about?
No, not yet.
Oh yeah. Now they're like 350. I
try to hold off on those. I wait till the hype dies down and then I'll chase them.
Yeah. That's like that.
I got to show you this. I got to show you this generic. A lot of people are poo-pooing generic, but you're going to like this one. This one's actually really cool. Check this one out.
That's the Viking coins. I had some of those.
Talk about detail. The detail on this is phenomenal.
Those are beautiful generic coins, just like the founding fathers of liberty that Atmex released with the first series was Benjamin Benjamin Franklin. Those
So
are
it's
nice
funny.
generics.
These are generics that are selling with a premium. They're from the Mason Mint.
Oh yeah, $40 any day.
Yep. So generics with a premium. Go figure. It's a beautiful round. It really is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, there's some great generics. Look at Scottsdale Mint. They make some beautiful generic rounds.
I love Scottsdale rounds. Love them.
Yeah. There's a lot of Angleheart prospectors. Those are beautiful generic rounds right there. I like the vintage high end generic rounds. But I don't like buffaloes. I don't like acais or stuff like that. I don't like those generics. You know what I mean? I like, if I'm gonna get generic rounds, it's either vintage or nice, detailed generic rounds. Like those Viking rounds are beautiful. I had a few tubes of those that I just sold, not out of my stack, but like I bought some to flip them. And then I had the Pied Piper rounds, another high premium generic round that are going for $30-$40 a piece. I sold some of those on the auction actually not too long ago.
It's funny. I got a cranky boy here tonight. He's not. Are you cranky?
Uh-oh.
Are you cranky? Are you cranky?
Don't anybody mind?
No, he's a good boy. Are you a good boy? You're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy.
Where's Patriot? Oh, there he is. Patriot. There we go. Let's see. Hey, buddy. Let's show off your silver chain here.
Nice.
I had that made by Gold Spartan. It's a 1 ounce silver dog tag. Patriot. Look at me. Good boy.
Yeah, old man Jenkins was talking about the generics being top notch. Scottsdale and Germania. Good Lord, those Germania rounds are phenomenal.
Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot about those.
Germania, those top notch rounds.
Germania makes the best generic rounds out there.
Absolutely.
And I always confuse them as coins because they're just that nice. They honestly, the U.S. Mint should have them make their coins.
U.S. Mint should have anybody but the U.S. Mint making the coins.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, Germania Mint. Oh my God, I can't believe that is one of my favorite mints. So
yeah, you like their bars too, don't you?
I love their bars and Triple P. You ask Triple P, that's all he stacks is Germania Mint bars. Now I like to change it up a little bit. I like Germania, Scottsdale, all types of bars, but freaking Germania, man, oh my God, quality silver at a good price. You can't beat it. 4/9's fine gold, 4/9's fine silver, packaged very nicely, and they also offer high premium collectible silver.
Yep. I love it. Gotta love it.
Wild West Stacker says Patriotic is now the picky stacker. Don't discriminate the silver. Love them all. I guess I can. I want to my goal is to get silver as cheap as I can. Like all of us stackers. But there's 3 tiers for silver stacking them for me: constitutional, 10 ounce and kilo bars, and silver, government silver coins, government minted silver coins. Those are what I stack when it comes to silver. But I don't just stack one government minted coin. I stack, tubes of maples and all types of different Canadian and eagles and all that stuff. And bars, there's so many different varieties of bars. I go crazy with bars. Bars are so fun to stack.
I break my rounds and coins into 3 groups too. I got of course you have generics, and then you have the secondary, what I call tier 2, government backed, like your your island silver, stuff like that. It's got a denomination on it. And then, of course, you have your premium stuff like the Eagles, Libertads, all that stuff. So it's 3-tiered for me.
Speaking of, I'm looking for those card bars, those 10-ounce card bars, like those playing card bars.
They were all over the place. I need the Ace of Spades.
Oh, dude, I'd like to have a couple of those.
Yep.
I don't have those.
I have 3 out of the 4. I'm missing the Ace of Spades.
I'm starting to get into the press bars a lot.
Well, the reason that's pissing me off as much as it is because that was my my Marine Corps unit. That was our logo, the Ace of Spades.
Oh wow!
So I've been looking for that one, but God, they want a ton for it.
Yeah, HC Down Lowrider said I have a Patrioticstacker, and yeah, those are made by Scottsdale. A lot of companies, even First Majestic, Scottsdale makes their bars and their coins, their bars and rounds. Scottsdale makes.
Yeah, I think APMEX had the card bars, 10-ounce. That's what HD was saying. I think that's where I saw him.
Yeah. No, they have. See, the thing with APMEX, they're so damn expensive.
I know.
I'm gonna check them out this Black Friday, and see if they have any good deals on 10-ounce bars. But they're so high, their sales are like their Black Friday sales
right.
are like the regular price on Monument Metals. You know what I mean?
Speaking of sales, you got a question from Data. I don't know. He's he's interested in that Maple bar, possibly, or not Maple bar, the RCM bar.
So how would you purchase that from me? Well, you can email me, and you can either pay via Zelle, Cashapp, or PayPal Friends and Family, and I will send that out to you the next day, and you should have it in a few days. Very simple.
There you go.
But just shoot me an email if you're interested. It's a great price. It's only $10 over a regular generic bar, and I'm talking generic bars. You go online anywhere right now, and you look up what the RCM bars are going for.
Even now, RCM bars are 280s and up. Easily.
280, 300, easy. And you're getting a brand new one in a capsule, never taken out of the capsule, for pretty much generic cost. Go on, Patriot. Go on. SD's having some deals too. Yeah, heard that. So I'm excited. I'm always excited when Black Friday comes around. But I'm also broke at the end of the day, because not only am I shopping for myself, I end up, my wife takes the credit card and buys this and that, and you end up going here and there, and then I go to your Bass Pro Shop and Dick's Sporting Goods, and you end up buying this gun and that gun and these bullets and that bullets. And
I'm pretty good on pistols right now, but I do need to. I'm not happy with my ammo count. I need to up my ammo count.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that too. I might buy a new gun down while I'm there too.
Well, I just bought the new Ruger 45 American.
Oh, and, very nice.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was shouting. I was counting them out as I was shooting. Every time I pulled the trigger, it was like $, $, $. Because that 45 ammo is ridiculous.
I'm lucky. The 223s are the ammo I shoot the most. I love the AR. I shoot that more than any other gun, and that's fairly cheap. I think a box of 20 is like $9, but if you buy them in bulk, 500 to 1,000 rounds, you get a good deal. But I think it's like $9 or $8 a box of 20. And you spend a couple hundred bullets for $200, $150.
Yeah, I need to get back out. I need to get back out on the range. It's been a couple months.
I use my yard, man.
We have woods in the back of our house, but there's also a neighborhood about them. Yeah, it's a neighborhood about a mile back. So,
well, that's like today. I forgot how loud they were.
Yeah,
I'm pretty away from the neighbors, but still, that sucker was so loud, man. I'm telling you, oh my God. And in New York, you're limited on things you can do to your your guns. You're very limited. You know what I mean? You can't have
North Carolina's pretty friendly. I really don't have much of a problem here. You can pretty much do whatever you want, but the fact that they say that you can walk in without a permit at a gun show and buy a gun is just absolute horse crap here. I don't know where they're getting that from, but it's not this state.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I'm going to be broke.
Well, you got some coming. You got some coming for me this week too, so don't forget that.
What happened?
You got some coming for me too, so
exactly. I forgot.
You can use that. You can use that for Black Friday.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, my phone is getting ready to die. So
yeah, my phone's about to die. Yeah, what's it at now?
I'm at like 5. I'm at 5.
My phone was at 2% until I went to the house and plugged it in.
Yeah,
but
I'm
yeah,
at 5%. But yeah, enjoyed it. Had a great time. It was good to see everybody. And if I don't I plan on dropping a video on Thanksgiving morning. So, but I'll wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving now. Be safe, be blessed, and we really do appreciate all you guys. You guys are amazing. Best community.
And I appreciate you coming on tonight and filling in for Triple P, man. And
absolutely.
Whenever he's can't come in, if you're down to fill in, you're the guy.
There you go.
Shit, maybe
Give
we'll
me
have
a holler.
you
got my number. You got my number.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. And whoever was interested, it was you, Data, I think. If you're interested in the bar, just shoot me an email and let me know, or anybody else, whoever's interested. First come, first serve.
There you go.
But all right, man. I appreciate it, and thanks,
Happy
guys.
Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
All right,
Peace.
take care. Good night. We out.
Yep.